All right, all right, all right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Heck, if I didn't think that was exactly what was going to happen. Stop. Stop. Hello, welcome. We are going to be reacting to Internet Historians second channel, Expleened, formerly called Story Mode. 1 million views, wow, look at that. Go subscribe to Expleened. Why are you here? You should be watching a better YouTube channel. Duh. Anyway, welcome. I'm BigDumDog. You're watching BigDumDog. And if you're not watching BigDumDog, make sure to like and subscribe. Okay? Hit that heckin' bell. Anyway, this is part 3 of a series we're doing where we're reacting to Internet Historians second channel, Explained. I basically said this already. And then we're going to play the game. We've done it 3 times. No, wait, this is... Oh, wait, we did Metal Gear Solid. We did Half-Life. We did Resident Evil 5. And now we're doing Fallout 4 for our 4th video. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You guys, it's like fate. And then we're going to be playing Metal Gear... Fallout 4. We're going to be playing Fallout 4 momentarily. Well, I say momentarily. Both videos are an hour and a half long. Hold on, let me put my cat on the mic. Meow. Come on. Meow. Do something. Anyway. We're going to be watching a video. We're going to check audio levels real quick with my mod, Tiny Dumb Dog.
Brand new cup. Stop drinking out
Is
of
this
your
too
hands.
loud for
They got
y'all?
a cup for that now.
Too loud, too quiet?
Bethesda Game Studio. Presents.
Presents.
Fallout.
Fallout 4.
Now, Mr. B, except for Oblivion, I haven't played the other 3 Fallout games. So what's going on here? What's the world?
Well, Mr. Z, it all starts here.
Good.
The
Video
year
nice and
is
loud.
2077.
Awesome.
The future?
Yeah, the future.
That can't be correct. Look, there's an old-timey boy on a bike. Old-style Cadillac. And a... Uh-oh.
We got
A
robot
robot.
butlers.
That's not how I remember the past at all.
Essentially, in the Fallout world, everyone focused on nuclear-powered tech instead of silly little computers or whatever.
Smart. You can't feed your family with microchips.
We're all living an American dream, Mr. Z. But there's a threat on the horizon.
Oh, what?
Interesting.
Nuclear war much? Ever heard
Nuclear
of it?
bomb again.
I think it a guy that big.
And that's all the backstory you need.
Oh, heck.
Well, let's play this game.
All right, we dip in from white to a
We're
steamy
not going to be
bathroom,
playing
and there's a
as
man right
the
there.
boy.
War never changes.
A handsome man within kissing distance, Mr. B. Who's this?
This is Nate. He's a U.S. Army veteran, and he's just come back
We're
from
not going to
the
be playing as
Call of
Nate.
Duty.
We're going to be playing as the
Black
lady
Ops
because
2.
why would I
Settled
want to
down
look
with
at
his
a
little
man
baby
all
son
day?
Sean
Oh.
and his beautiful wife Nora.
Oh. Hey, how come we don't play as Nora?
No, I mean, why would you want to play? Why do you want to play as Nora? Nate's the army vet. No.
Why wouldn't
Yeah,
you want to play
Nora's
as
a
Nora?
lawyer, I think.
Oh,
Actually, I don't even know if she is a lawyer. She has a Juris Doctor. Does that make you a lawyer?
I don't think so.
Habeas
You'd be like going to the
corpus.
wasteland with Nora, and she's like, "Hey guys,
Harvey
it's
attorney?
illegal."
That's illegal.
Anyway, so we're standing in front of the mirror, and Nate is getting ready because he's actually giving a speech tonight at the Veterans Hall.
Because he's a war hero.
War never changes.
You're gonna knock him dead at the Veterans Hall tonight, hun.
All right, we exit the bathroom and we walk into the kitchen. And there's our robo-butler, Codsworth.
Ah, good morning, sir. Your coffee.
2 pods of Nescafe Blend 43, sir.
Brewed to perfection.
Nate sits down at the kitchen bench, and then Nora comes into the room.
Mr. B, it's October 23rd, 2077, and it's just a lazy Saturday morning. Anything in the news today, Nora?
They added 10 to the Sudoku.
Nate's like, there's nothing sacred in the future
There's
anymore.
nothing
Oh,
sacred
Mr. B,
in the future.
distance, I hear a baby crying.
You know who else is
Don't
sacred
worry,
in the
Mr. B,
future?
Codsworth
My
takes it in action.
mom.
Oh, sounds like someone made a sticky.
I apologize. So
Bye.
Codsworth
That
goes
was
off to
me.
deal with little baby Shaw.
Nate turns back to Nora and he's like,
You just gonna leave the robot with that baby?
You know, I was nervous at first, but Codsworth's really good with Sean.
Oh shit! I never even
Suddenly,
realized
another
Nora.
interruption. A knock at the door.
Nora kind of has a bad. Like if you play as Nate, it kind of makes sense why Nate's like, oh, I'm not gonna. Is that Alexander the pot jar as the emoji in the lurk? Please spam lurk. Please spam lurk in the chat so we can always see Alexander. Alexander, the grand pot jar. Oh my god. Oh my god. I love Alexander. I'm gonna cry. I love him. I love him so much. I love him so much I forgot what the fuck I was gonna say. Oh my god. That soda was a bad idea. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Nora looks like a bad mom if you play as Nate. If you play as Nate, Nora's just like, yeah, baby, crying. Why don't you go fucking handle it, robot? But if you play as Nora, Nate's kind of like, yeah, it makes, I don't know. I wouldn't get a robot to watch my fucking child. That just seems neglectful out of... Oh, I'm sorry I brought you out of lurk. Go back to lurk so I can see it again. I'm gonna move on from this because I don't know what I'm talking about. Well, I mean, no, because Nate's carrying little baby Sean if you play as Nora, and if you play as Nate, she's carrying the baby. And it's not like they're neglectful parents. I don't know. I think I'm just reading too much into the details of it. Because, like, I don't know. The idea of having a robot look after a child, that robot literally has a buzzsaw and a flamethrower on it. Its other arm is just 2 fingers. Why would you have it watch your baby? I know that's the point. It's supposed to be absurd. I'm critiquing a critique at this point.
Really good with Sean.
Suddenly, another interruption. A knock at the door.
Can you get that? It's probably that salesman. He comes for you every day.
All right, so we get off our chair and we walk up to the front door. And there is a man in a yellow jacket. What the hell does he want?
he says he's from a company called Vault Tech.
No thank you, Mr. B. Close the door.
But the man insists.
Good morning. Vault-Tech calling.
Remind me again?
Vault-Tech is the foremost builder of state-of-the-art underground fallout shelters. Vaults, if you will.
Oh,
All right, that's
shit!
great. But why is he trying to sell him
Oh,
a
they're
spot
Mr.
in a shelter?
Candies.
Is something bad about to happen, Mr. B?
Yes. The big kaboom.
I never noticed that they were Mr. Handies in that
It's
scene.
inevitable, I'm afraid.
Wait a minute. Are you talking about nuclear bombs? Regrettably, yes, says the salesman.
And coming sooner than you may think.
Been there, brother.
I'm here today to tell you that because of your family's service to our country,
What with your wife getting a Juris Doctorate and all?
you have been pre-selected for entrance into the local vault.
Now, this game has dialogue options that are simply labeled sarcastic, but what they really mean is do a funny, and we
Do
like
a
the
funny.
so
Do a
go on,
Reddit.
Nate.
No, I can't wait for the world to end.
I just need to verify some information. That's all.
All right, come on, hurry up. We don't know when the missiles might be launching. Sign your name right here. We'll put you underground. Nate signs his name.
Wonderful. That's everything.
Go away.
Just
Good
gonna walk this over to the
bye.
vault.
Okay, bye.
Now that salesman is gone, Nate spends some time with his family before his big speech tonight. Little baby Sean, beautiful wife Nora. Hell, even Codsworth, he's alright.
Among us.
But while Nate's hanging out with Sean, Nora comes in and says,
Hey, how's my little guy?
Heck yeah.
I'm pretty good.
I love a good Nora.
Huh?
Yeah.
Listen, after breakfast, I was thinking we could head to the park for a bit. Weather should hold up.
Nora, before I hit the sarcastic option, I just want you to know, life really is perfect. I wish it could stay this way. Fallout
forever.
Shut the fuck up. What the? Codsworth suddenly calls out from the other room.
You should come and see this.
Codsworth, what's wrong?
Neck
So we run
breaking.
into the living room, and there on the television, a news broadcaster is telling us that something bad is happening.
Yes, followed by flashes, blinding flashes, sounds of explosions.
Ron
Confirmed reports
Perlman.
of nuclear detonations in New York and Pennsylvania. My God.
Nukes have been dropped
My
in New York
God.
and Pennsylvania.
And many more bombs are on their way. America will be destroyed.
This American dream has just turned into an American nightmare.
Good one, Mr. B.
Holy goodness.
Waking up.
Waking
Also kicking off. Nora's holding little baby Sean, and she says,
Quick, honey, we gotta get to that vault that the vault tech guy was talking about. Come on.
I've got Sean. Let's go.
So they go rushing out the door. This is the suburb of Sanctuary Hills. We're gonna miss it. We run past a cute lesbian couple. They look frightened.
So
but Nate
progressive,
knows
so
exactly what to
futuristic.
say to put them at ease.
War.
War never changes.
War never
Why are you
changes.
playing with a receipt, kitten?
In the year 1945,
Don't play with a receipt, you silly
great-great-grandfather.
animal.
serving in the army.
Anyway, we've got a reservation at the local vault, so we go running to safety. We reach a guard, and he's holding a checklist.
We need to get in. We're on the list.
We're on the list.
Infant, adult male, adult female.
Yes, adult male.
We're not in the
Okay, go
vault
ahead.
program.
Thank you.
right, we're in the final stretch now, Mr. Z. We run up a path to a big circular platform.
This is the elevator to Vault 111.
Send it down now!
All right, that's it. Send it down.
Almost there. We're gonna be okay.
They might just make it.
I love you.
But, oh, no.
The nukes go off in the distance.
They've dropped. The bombs have dropped, Mr. Z. It's the end of the
Oh, jeez. Oh, no.
Mr. B.
How'd they get that angle?
Fade to black.
Because they're good at their jobs. That's
that was
how.
a very
That was so
harrowing
well
segment,
edited.
Mr. B.
I mean, can
Snaps.
you believe it? The world, America, has fallen.
We are going to be making fun of this game. But I don't care what the Fallout 3 and New Vegas haters say. This game is great. This game's really, really good.
I agree. This game is really, really good. But... And it's... Stop attacking my sheep, please. It took a while to get there. It took a while for me to come around and like this game. It didn't, like, I didn't really, like, consistently start playing this game until the next gen update. Which is a long fucking time. I don't know why I was afraid to curse there for a second. A long fucking time, okay? Now, when we play tonight, I will be having fun. But, it is gonna be hard. Because the game's not easy. I die a lot. I will be using console commands to, like, unlock doors because it's a speed run, basically. Just trying to get through the game as fast as I can so that I can do a different video next week. I'm probably going to do Uncharted because that's the game that interests me most. But I have no plan, so I'm not going to guarantee it. And back to the video.
Good game out of 10. And it's got massive flaws. But as we were editing this, all I wanted to do was play it some more. And you know what? It's testament to how far video games have come with the thousands of hours of manpower that were put into this, that we could sit back and nitpick the whole thing. It's the height of decadence. It is like wiping one's ass with velvet.
I think that's really beautiful, Mr. Z. I don't agree with you. I don't think this game's that good, but
Can we just chuck up on screen my 392 hours in Fallout?
Yeah, so there you go. We're both actually pretty big.
Don't. Why are you lumping me in with you?
All right. This news broadcast, I can't help but feel a little hammed up. There's like 1 million people watching who all need information.
We do have coming in. That's, my God.
Pull it together.
How many? Where? Well, during a time of
You're
emergency,
supposed
it's
to be
like,
doing
we got
your
one
job.
How about
Take shelter.
like, is he not giving that advice? Instead, he's
Take
just being
Fallout
like indulgent.
4
Okay.
shelter.
I just want you to know how personally I feel bad about this.
Take Fallout
He
shelter
mentions
on
Vault
the mobile
76
stores
on TV.
and app
does he?
stores. Free today.
Oh my god, dude, that's like world building.
Oh
like a
my
Vault
god,
Tech fan.
dude.
Oh my
It's like
god.
a world building.
I didn't even notice.
A second one?
No, that doesn't make sense. It has to be the same one.
There's no road here. How do we get a van in?
It drove up the hill.
Mr. B, I found a problem
It
with the
drove up
game.
the hill.
Tell
It
you
drove
what,
up
this
the
is
hill.
nothing like Fallout 1. What's Nate supposed to do about his big speech tonight?
You're gonna knock him dead at the Veterans Hall tonight, hun.
He's been practicing and practicing.
Because of the bombs, it's probably been postponed.
Oh no, he had that whole war never changes thing going on.
War never
He thought that's
changes.
great.
Has he got the rest of the speech somewhere?
Yeah, no, the speech is the intro. That's his speech.
Oh. Why didn't they make that more obvious?
The thing is, I think they did. I think you just weren't paying attention when you played the game. So that is Nate looking at a photo of Nora.
Right.
And then that is not Nora. That's Nate's great-grandma, and the little kid is meant to be Nate's granddad or something.
What the
God,
fuck?
why'd go with that? That's so stupid.
I think
Yeah,
it's so
hold
clear.
up.
Like, I
That
hate
made
that you're
no
putting me
sense.
in the position where I'm defending Bethesda's writing, but this
my
makes
God,
perfect
this
sense.
game
You just don't
sucks.
listen.
This game sucks.
I never
hate
got
it.
that.
Take
Mr.
back
B, you're
everything I
wrong.
said.
Mr. B, wrong. It doesn't make perfect
We
sense because
descend
I
the
didn't
elevator
understand it.
down
I can read a
to
book.
our new life in the vault.
We did it.
In America.
Oh my God, Mr. B, we made it.
We made it.
The gate to the
Maybe
elevator
I
opens.
And a man on the other
overestimate
side
my
addresses
abilities.
us.
Everyone please step off the elevator and proceed up the stairs in an orderly fashion.
No need to worry, folks.
Mr. Russell walks first.
I can't believe it.
So
Mr.
Nate slowly walks up to the vault facility. We see all sorts of, we push in front of Mr. Russell. We see all sorts of crazy new things.
A terribly haircutted man holding a clipboard. A security
Creepily
guard
counting
line dancing
people.
in slow motion. A vault guy gives us some instructions.
Step over to the table, take a seat.
And a woman holding some Vault 111 merch. I'll take like 40, says Nate, very solemnly.
Thanks. What now?
Just follow
War
the doctor.
never changes.
He'll show
War
you where
never
to go.
changes while
All
being
right, you
partners
three.
on the
Follow me.
battlefield.
The doctor in the lab coat then leads us further into the vault.
Mr.
Tong,
Z,
tong, tong,
you see that little interesting contraption on his arm?
Yeah,
What do you reckon that is?
I think he's fisted a fleshlight.
Oh,
No, it's my
This is one of our most advanced facilities.
West Loves
As
East
we walk down
Radio.
the hall, we pass some of our old
That's my
neighbors from Sanctuary Hills.
That's
It's gone. Our home.
that's
Everything we had.
Sir,
Just the way they stand off to the side. Our home,
That's not-
everything is gone.
that's not Junior.
Yes, Mr. Exposition, you have my condolences. Anyway, eventually we
It's
reach
me.
a big room,
my
and in there
phantom.
are a bunch of human-sized pods
Venom
stacked
dog.
against the walls. So what the hell are these?
Now the Voltaic doctor turns around and
very
says,
own phantom.
"All right, folks, you guys got any questions?"
Oh yeah, I've got a whole bunch. What do these pods do?
Yeah, look, I wouldn't worry about that, man.
Just step in here and put your vault suit on.
Just get naked in front of everybody?
Just relax.
So we put on our Volt suit and we climb inside the pod.
And we are locked in.
The pod will decontaminate and depressurize you before we head deeper in the vault.
Well, this seems great, Mr. B.
Yeah, I'm just glad Mr. Russell's safe.
Time for a whole new life.
Yeah.
And Nora, she waves to us from across the room. Clingy! But then we notice that the temperature in the pod is starting to go down.
Excuse me, there's something wrong with the air conditioning.
I'll be
The
right back,
glass
guys. I
is
gotta clean up
frosting
a
over.
mess. But please enjoy the video.
No, the air conditioner problem is becoming more severe.
Nate is being frozen like a damn popsicle.
And we fade to white.
Nobody asked a question. Not one of them. Just hop in this big metal pod.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Also, man, if we're being real,
I'm like 100% sure that that baby's dead. Like, there is no way that you put a mother and a baby in the same pod. You're like, yep, spin that thing down to 0.
Well, it's in a blanket.
Oh,
So it's staying warm.
it's got a little beanie.
We're gonna put a jacket on this thing. It's gonna get cold.
So we've been frozen for God knows how long. But then, strangely, Nate hears the voice of the Vault computer.
Frozen for God knows how long. Many jokes I'd missed because my dog puked on the carpet. Lovely. Lovely times. Sorry I missed it. Should I go back? Nah, we're not gonna go back. I've watched this video before.
Cryogenic stasis. Suspended.
What could be happening?
What? Cryogenic stasis?
Wait a minute.
I thought we were going to be decontaminated,
Okay,
didn't
so what's
it?
happening? We've suddenly unfrozen.
Cryosleep has been overridden manually.
It must be time to greet the new world.
Hooray! Hold your horses, Mr. Z. We see two figures walk into view. A woman in a full hazmat suit and a bald man in a leather jacket. They seem to be very interested in our wife's pod.
Open it.
Nora's pod opens. She and Sean are awake.
Is it over? Are we okay?
Almost.
The scientist-looking lady reaches forward and tries to grab Sean, yoinking it from Nora.
Give me the baby. I want the
Nora isn't
baby.
having it. She
Please
fights
give
back.
me the child.
I got him.
Okay, hold on.
I
If you
want
put me
to
in a
see the
cryopod,
baby.
and then you suddenly woke me up, and you were wearing that outfit.
Oh, this whole thing? Yeah.
Oh,
and you said, "I
this
need the
whole
baby."
thing?
I go, oh, okay. You look like a scientist. Like, why would I?
Yeah.
Why would I say no?
So no,
Why would you in a million years give your fucking baby to a stranger you don't know? You're in a sensitive state. Like, you're telling me that you would give your baby to a stranger in a medical outfit just because? Just because? Like, if a dude in a hazmat suit walked up to me and was like, I need to see your baby, I'd be like, I have a million questions. And I don't have kids. If a dude was like, I need to see your dog, give me your dog. No. Credentials, please. Like, why? How dare you trust a medical professional so easily, internet historian? How dare you? I'm from America, where the man in a gas mask coming to take your baby is not trustworthy, I guess. I don't know what universe you live in where that's trustworthy.
Nora is fighting with the scientist. No, you cannot have my baby.
Yeah, no shit. You cannot have my fucking baby.
And then the mysterious bald man holds up his gun.
Oh my god. You know, I keep missing this part because I always play as Nora. And my gut doesn't sink nearly as much when Kellogg shoots Nate in the head. Because Kellogg's obviously like, oh, this dude is a threat. He could take me. Kellogg's got like cybernetic enhancements and muscle modulators. So maybe Nate, who's a military trained guy, would be like a tough fight for him. He's shooting a dazed and confused mother that is just waking up, that is fighting for her baby. That's it makes me sad. It makes me so sad. I need to draw sad eyebrows for my dog and angry eyebrows for the dog so that I can emote and not just be a talking codec image. Big boss dog. My very own phantom.
I'm not giving you son.
He shoots her dead.
With a
Nora's
gun.
pod
Bang,
closes
bang, bang,
back
bang,
up,
bang.
And the scientists abscond with Sean.
But before they leave, Mr. B, the bald man walks right up to our pod and says,
At least we still have the backup.
You better get a good look at me so you can get revenge later.
Better get a good look. Have a smell.
Our teeth start to chatter, and we go back to
Bear
cryo
cold.
sleep.
Cold bear. Very cold.
End of scene. Ad time.
Nope.
The old man
Oh, jump
right
ahead.
there.
It's a spell.
Ad over.
Adova.
More time passes. Sunrise, sunset, sunrise. Oh, once again we have returned from the frozen world.
It sounds like the
Wait. This isn't that old. I should watch the ad. It's a Gamer Subs ad, isn't it? It's a Gamer Subs for Internet Historian. How long does the code work for? I want Internet Historian to get his money. Hold up. It's his ad. I'm gonna watch this ad.
Ad time.
And let his
Mr.
ad
B,
play.
Let me tell you a story.
It's Internet Historian.
I was wandering in the forest one day, but it was very foggy. I started to get lost. Where am I? I was
I'm
so
not gonna skip the
parched.
ad. I like
thought
the
I
ad
might
because he
die
puts a
of
lot of effort
thirst.
into it.
But then, in the distance,
I'm making an executive decision to
Whoa.
watch the ad.
said a man behind me. I turned around. There was an old man right there. Feeling thirsty, perhaps, he said to me. Then he showed me his magic goblet.
Especially because
First he
look at
poured in
that.
water,
I want that
and
cup.
then a scoop
I
of
wish I
Gamer
wasn't
Subs.
dirt
What is
poor.
Gamer Subs?
It
So
is
I
a
could
magic
afford
flavor powder drink used
that
by
cup.
wizards all across the globe to help them through their busy day.
Like, even if he wanted
Available
to
in
send
both
it to me for
caffeine
free,
and
I couldn't afford
caffeine-free.
the shipping on
What
that cup.
flavor? There's so many flavors on the website.
Sadness.
Look at all these. And then he shook the cup. He said, "Peer into
I need
my
Sack
ball,
Dog eyes.
and
I need the
shall
Mr.
read
Beast
your
hands.
Because the ball was transparent,
hands.
we could see the color of the Gamer Subs. Look, boy, it's
See, look how
blue.
cool that
That
is.
means you're literally dying.
You're literally
He
dying.
put a cup up to my mouth. Drink, boy, he said.
I wonder if he
gulped down every
rotoscoped
last
his
drop.
hand out
And
of
suddenly, I started to feel
it. Did he
energized,
rotoscope?
like
Did
I
he
burst
rotoscope
up,
his
but
hand?
with no sugar.
So then I got out of the
And
forest,
animate
right?
it.
And then I went back to work, and then I put the cup there on my desk, put my own flavor in there. People thought it was a very nice cup, conversation piece. And then they see, oh, he's in a yellow kind of mood.
That means
About to shit
about to
pants.
shit your pants.
Hold on. White. So if you're drinking water, you're breathing manually. If you're drinking green, intrusive thoughts winning. Is that black? Let's go back a couple of frames. Why isn't that working?
Ants.
Oh, okay. There we go. No, it's blue. Blue. We literally saw it earlier. I'm fucking so stupid. Orange is thinking about her. I'm orange right now. I'm thinking about me love. She's not in the room with us today. She's somewhere else. And I miss her deeply, mates. She's in the living room. So far away.
Yellow kind of mood?
That means about to shit your pants.
That's right, Mr. B.
You can call me a king because I'm always crowning.
Anyway, so that's the cup. I hope you like it.
Oh, but Mr. Z, I've only got 90% of the cost of one of those cups.
I've got good news for you, Mr. B. Gamer Subs right now is doing 10% off. It's
Oh
the
my
whole
God,
store,
I
10%
could
off the
afford
entire
the
store. It's
cup
an unbelievable
and
deal.
still
But only
pay
if you use
rent.
the magical incantation. Historian at checkout. It's a spell.
The cup's only 9 months old,
More
so
time passes.
if you want the cup for yourself, go buy it.
Sunset.
Probably still works.
Sunrise. Oh, once again, we have returned from the frozen world.
It sounds like the cryo system's failed, and it's thawing us out.
Huh? Door open?
Nate stumbles out of his pod and falls to the ground. Ooh.
He looks at Nora, he runs over, and he's like,
My wife,
has to be a
frozen
I'm gonna
popsicle,
get
my
wife.
love.
Maybe the bullet froze
Damn it,
before
he
went
made the
right to
joke
her skull.
too.
Come on, come on, come on. Oh, God!
The door to the cryopod opens. Oh my god, my wife. I'm too late. The
My
body's
wife.
I'll find who did this, and I'll get Sean back.
We loot the wedding ring.
Give me the ring back.
It's been a hell
In case
of a
you
day,
know I
Mr.
want to get
The
remarried.
world ended. Nate's wife is dead. And his baby Sean has been stolen. What is there to do? How will he rebuild his life? All right, step one. I gotta get out of this place. Too many bad memories. So we go running haphazardly through the vault. How long have we been out?
Well, we don't know. A couple days? A minute? 2? What's going on? Things look a little different. The whole place is deserted, and it's looking a little bit worse for the wear.
Good one, Mr. B.
There's giant roaches and
Giant
skeletons.
cockroaches and
Everyone
bones
else
of
in
us
this vault is
everywhere.
There's not a single
Hunch.
living soul here but
So
us.
Even
confusing.
Mr. Russell's dead. What
Not
happened in
Mr.
this vault
Russell.
while we were frozen?
There's no time for that now, Mr. B. We've just arrived at
No
the
time
exit
for
to the
lore.
vault. But
Let's
it's
get the fuck outta
closed
here.
by a big door.
He walks up to a big security panel, and when he tries to open the front door,
Ah, no, Mr. B, you need a Pip-Boy to open the door.
oh, look at that. There's a Pip-Boy on this skeleton's wrist.
How
This is what that
convenient.
scientist from before was wearing. Instead of flashlight. This must be him.
What did he say?
So Nate, this is what that scientist from before was wearing. Instead of flashlight. This must be him.
Flashlight
So
something.
Nate picks up the
Can barely
Pip-Boy
hear
and
it.
puts it on his wrist. I hope it doesn't turn us into a skeleton. He then plugs the Pip-Boy into the door console.
What if that turns you into a
Then we
skeleton?
press the open button on the vault.
Guys, did you know that there's a skeleton hiding inside of
rolls
you? Ugh, so gross.
Nate saunters
Bones
out of
freak me
Vault
out.
111 and into the wasteland.
The character reroll section. And a thought.
The elevator doors open. Sunlight beams through. They've still got that in the future?
They still got sunlight in the
Nate
future?
lowers his hand, and the vision of a wasteland comes into focus. Oh my god.
What does a shocked
What
sigh
happened?
sound like?
Remember the nuclear
Or a-
explosion?
That was just mere moments ago.
Wrong, Mr. B. This was many
Fallout
months.
forever ago.
Not knowing quite what to do, Nate decides to head back home.
So Nate makes the haunting walk back to Sanctuary Hills. Things are looking a little bit different.
This is a lot of environmental storytelling right now. We look
Man,
at
should I
an old
download a mod
destroyed
that makes the
billboard.
Squidward
Reminds me of
tentacles
a long,
noises
long
over the
We walk a
footsteps?
little further and oh, there's a skeleton on the ground.
Something
My fellow friends
must
and
have happened
neighbors.
here. You know, war.
Yeah, what? What about it?
I mean, it may never change,
What? Yeah.
but it certainly
War's
does.
changed.
No, war does change.
War.
War has changed.
Yeah, I follow it. Yeah.
It's
War
consumption of
changed
life.
Boston
But how much?
into
It's
a
changed.
wasteland.
You
Can we get this in black and white? We go. So war,
Right.
Or
but what it does change the Boston into the waste, the Commonwealth.
You have
War
given me a lot
changes.
to think about.
Anyway,
But
Nate
war
returns
doesn't
to Sanctuary
change.
Hills and walks through the devastated houses until
Look, Mr. B, there's our house. Oh, and in front of it,
Or what's
there's
left of its
Codsworth,
sad
and he's
face.
still alive.
Codsworth.
It's really you.
Nate asks a very important question.
I'm afraid I don't know anything.
make sure to check us out on Twitch so we can meet our concurrent watcher goal of 3 concurrent viewers. We can only manage to get 2, so please check out on Twitch.
200 years?
How many years?
Check out on Twitch and then toss us on mute.
A bit over 210, actually, sir.
Nate's like, that ain't right. And he quickly looks down at his Pip-Boy to check the date. Uh-oh. The year is 2287.
he was frozen for 200 years.
Codsworth hits us with the sarcastic option.
That means you're 2 centuries late for dinner.
Damn, he fucking roasted the shit
What?
out of us.
Actually, while we're on the topic, why does it look like
Give me
shit?
some fucking
Why haven't
food,
you
you
been
shitty
cleaning?
robot.
He has like one function. It's to clean. I saw him
Why does
trimming
my
the
house
hedges
look like
before.
shit?
Don't get me started about the futility of dusting a collapsed house. 10 years trying to keep the floors waxed.
Speaking of waxing,
Where is your better half, by the by?
Get out of here.
She's dead, Codsworth. Someone shot her
They
right in the
killed
head with a
my
45
wife.
cal, and her head exploded
Is it
like
funny
a glass
yet?
jar filled with goo hitting a concrete step.
Ooh.
Then they kidnapped Sean.
Mom.
Codsworth salts the wound.
Sir, I've been thinking. It's been ages since we've had a proper family activity. Checkers, or perhaps charades.
Damn it.
Nate has had enough.
God damn it.
dying.
Oh wait, they just skipped the Codsworth
Tragic, says
quest?
Nate. He must have died when the bombs went off. All right, time to find my son. Now, with no
they're just
real
like
clue
Codsworth
where
was
to
a
go
no.
or what to do.
There's a whole side quest you do with Codsworth where you kill bugs and you get a little thing, and then he's like, go talk to the people in Concord. There's people in Concord who used to beat me with sticks, and then you feel bad for the robot. And they just gun him down like a damn dog in the street. It ain't right. Codsworth had feelings. He cried. He cried for Nate, bro. He cried for you. You're supposed to be Nate. You are Nate. We are farmers. Bum ba da bum 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 bum.
Dude, Nate heads off into the wasteland. He goes running for many
just killed him.
miles along the road. It's just like that Cormac McCarthy novel. Blood Meridian.
Until he
kinda
comes across
Eston,
a
German
old
Shepherd.
petrol station? Whoa! And there he meets a new hairy four-legged friend.
I wish I spoke better German.
No,
or
Mr.
any
Z,
German
this
at
is
all.
a dog called
That was
Dogmeat,
all
and he's
wrong.
going to
I'm
be our
just
new
stoned.
friend.
Nate asks if he's seen Sean at all.
Give me Sean.
Give me
Alas, this shepherd hound only speaks German.
Ihr Sohn ist 60 Jahre alt und leitet das Institut.
I know enough that the dog said something about finding your child at the institute. I know that. I heard the word institute. Duh. I'm context clues. He said the word institute, so he probably said something about baby being at the institute. Spoilers.
Okay then. Let's stick together.
Game's been out for
Dogmeat
fucking
leads us even further
12
down the road.
years.
Has Sean been through here? Nate keeps an eye out for tiny baby footprints. Now, eventually, after many more miles, Nate stumbles upon a town called Concord. It looks as though this would have been a very nice place to live once. Some shopping downtown, except it's full of raiders now.
That's right, Mr. Z. Raiders in Concord.
And they're all heading to the big building at the center of town, the Museum of Freedom. So we fight our way there.
I love
How
a
will
good
this get his
museum.
son back? We don't know. Have you seen my son?
No.
Bang!
Have you seen my son?
The baby Sean? Ah, damn it. Should have asked him some questions.
What was he going to say when I said, hey, yeah.
Hey,
As
what
we
was he
get
gonna say
closer
when
to
I
the
was
building,
bang, bang,
suddenly we hear
And
a
I
man
got
on a
bang, bang,
balcony
bang.
calling out for help.
Hey, up here, on the balcony.
Preston
I've got a group of settlers inside. The raiders are almost through the door. Help us, please.
But wait, hold on.
So
It just
Nate
said
reloads and
Question mark,
heads
question mark,
inside
question
the
mark.
Museum of Freedom. He's blasting people with his
I don't know
laser
what game
musket.
this music is from.
He's pistol whipping strangers.
He's a pistol packing
Eventually, on the
mama.
top floor,
Lay that
there
pistol
he finds some
down.
non-hostile NPCs. A man in a cool white duster jacket and a
That they
cowboy
will
hat
continue to
walks up.
pronounce his
The
name.
man who was yelling from the balcony.
This is Preston Garvey.
Wait,
Preston
what
Garvey,
video did he call him
Commonwealth
Preston
Minutemen.
Garvey?
Minutemen?
Oh wait, no,
What
he
the
calls
heck is
him
the
Preston.
Minutemen? Asks
He
Snake.
calls him Preston Garby in the video where they make a creepypasta about Fallout 4. Fuck. Yeah, he has a whole bit in a video about creepypastas where he incorrectly calls Preston Garvey Preston Garby.
Right? We're like the Boy Scouts of the Wasteland. Anyone needs help, we're there for them.
Protect the people at a minute's notice.
Really? That's amazing news, says Nate. I've got a problem. See, someone stole my son.
My son?
My son Sean's been kidnapped.
Is gone
He's not
missing.
even a year old.
Can
Very
you help me?
empathetically, Garby says.
That's messed up.
Anyway, onto my problems.
So you lost a baby?
A month
That
ago,
stinks.
there were 20
Anyway,
of us.
can you help me?
Yesterday there were 8.
A settlement needs help.
Now we're 5.
That means we lost a total of 15 people. That's way worse than just your son.
Yeah, I lost 15
Maybe you should be
babies.
consoling me.
Sorry. Sounded rough.
Thanks. Nate
You should
solemnly
make me
says,
feel better,
The world's
actually.
changed so much.
Sorry. You lost your baby? That sucks. I lost my mom, my sister, my dog, my best friend. You know, you're kind of selfish for bringing up the fact that you lost your infant son when I've lost all of these people that were related to me. No, I wasn't very close with any of them. But I lost them yesterday. So, just saying.
Much. None of this makes sense.
Yeah, awesome, says Garvey.
Listen, we need your help. And then maybe we can help you, huh?
Nate scans the room. Now, Garvey is talking about these people.
Who are these people?
Who are
folks
these
looking for a new home?
Let's meet them now, says Preston Garvey.
The Longs, Marcy and June.
What are you going to do in that stupid
Womp.
jumpsuit? Bleed to
Womp.
death?
That's old Mama Murphy on the couch.
This old
Ugh.
lady, she's out of her mind.
And this here's Sturgis.
Hey.
Preston
I
then
can never
looks out
get
the window.
Sturgis to look
Okay,
at me
that's
when
enough
I do the
chit-chat.
game. Whenever I
There's more
play the
raiders
game,
coming.
Sturgis's
And it looks like
AI
there's
is
far more
broken.
of them than there are of us.
We need your help.
Nate says, but we're so outnumbered. What are we supposed to do? Don't worry, we've got an ace up our sleeve.
You.
Sturgis. Tell him.
The camera pans over.
There's a crashed vertibird up on the roof.
And?
Looks like one of its passengers left behind a seriously sweet goodie.
Oh,
We're talking
heck.
a full suit of cherry T-45
Power armor.
Now, Nate already knows what that is because he was in the army.
That's some serious
It won't
protection.
help, we're all gonna
Oh,
die.
it gets better.
There's also a minigun, says Sturgis.
Minigun.
So off Nate goes to the roof to grab that
Minigun.
power armor. He leaps right off the building and starts opening fire.
My ankles are broken. My
for a minigun,
ankles
it
are
seems like it could
definitely
be.
broken. His ankles are
But-
broken.
Uh-oh. Here's trouble.
Love
A
you
sewer grate
lots.
busts
Have an
open,
excellent
and
dinner.
out comes a death claw. And it's got a skull next to its name.
Which means
The
it's
most
hard
fierce
to
monster in
kill.
the whole game.
And we're fighting it right at the start? This is a little
Bang,
bit different than the
bang.
Fallout I know.
Guys, you have no idea how many times we had to do this bit. We basically had to quick save scum. It was so difficult. I nearly Steam refunded the game. All right, we head back inside the building to talk to the Minutemen.
I've
We
struggled with
march
the
right
death
up to
claw
Preston
before.
Garvey, and he says,
That was a pretty amazing display.
No problem. And now that I've helped you, Preston, can you help me find my son?
No.
Preston puts down his gun and says,
Listen, one thing you should know about us, we help out our friends.
Amazing. Okay, cool. So the last place I saw Sean was...
So here.
Oh.
And Preston hands us 100 bottle caps.
What am I supposed to do
What
with
the
this?
fuck am I supposed
Okay.
to do with this? A handful of
Well,
fucking
we can't set
trash.
up a base in
Great.
Concord.
I love helping
There's too many raiders
savages.
here, and more are on their way. So instead, we're going to go to a new place. Mama Murphy's been talking about it.
Some old neighborhood, but one we can make new again.
It's called Sanctuary. Let's head there now.
I think we could settle down here. Make it a place to call home. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, just
I
don't
used to
go
like
inside
it.
of my house.
In the long, long ago.
He looks down, looks back.
In the long before four.
I lived here over 200 years ago. I was frozen or something for most of it.
Damn. Anyway.
Damn. That's crazy.
I hope you don't mind.
I got another
But I've got
favor
another
to
favor to
ask.
ask.
Yeah, I fucking mind.
I got my own problems.
Well, that much is true.
Suddenly, Mama
What the
Murphy
fuck did you
pipes up.
say to me, bitch?
We reluctantly turn around to humor what she is about to say.
The sun's energy. He's alive.
What? Nate does an impression of Frasier.
That's
I'm listening.
bullshit.
I'm
You don't
a
know what
psychic.
you're talking
I see
about,
the future.
you drug old lady.
Bullshit. You're trying to play me for a fool.
Look, kid, I know how I sound.
But you gotta trust me. I take a lot of drugs,
I
and
just
then
am
I have
so
visions.
constantly
Okay.
fucking high as
Camels.
balls.
They give old Mama
I can see the
Murphy
future.
The sight.
Guys, I've done
Okay.
this.
And
I've
I
gotten
know where
so
you should
high
start
that
looking
you
for
can
your
see the future.
son,
Believe
Nate.
me.
Diamond City.
Believe me.
She's right, mate. Chimes in Preston.
Don't do
Diamond
drugs.
City's the biggest
I've never
settlement
done
around
them.
here. Surely someone there can help you.
That's vague.
Oh, don't be like that, Nate. Head
Don't
to Diamond City.
fucking
I'll even mark
weird,
the location
Nate.
on your
God
map.
damn it.
And you know, while I'm marking locations on your map,
I've had word from a settlement asking for help. Do you think you could go help out?
We're
with the
not
settlement?
doing that. All right, so off we go running to find our son and ignore the middlemen.
that's right, Mr. Z. We're off to Diamond City.
Well, Mr. B, I think things have just gone from bad to worse.
Out of the cryopod and into the freezer.
What is a man such as Nate to do?
If this
What
was
the heck
me,
am I supposed to
I
do
would
now?
take this time to reflect. I'd start working on myself. I'd start reading more. I'd start working on my semen retention. I would start focusing on stacking
See,
cash.
well, hold on.
all right?
Right. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Now, here's what I
Stack
don't understand.
monies.
When they unfroze
retain the
Nora's
cement.
pod with Sean, they unthawed
Become
me too,
man.
and I don't
Win.
understand because there's clearly like a console on each of the pods. Why didn't they just unfreeze Nora's?
What would be way spookier is
Because
you wake up and you...
There's a cryogenic array. All of them get frozen in a sequence. So for a moment, a brief moment, everybody woke up. If you pay attention to the cutscene, like...
Right, yeah. Now, here's what I don't
when
understand.
you pay attention in the
When they
cutscene, you can, like, see that there are other people here and here. They're pounding on their windows, too, because they're awake. Like, you can no-clip out of here and see that other people are pounding on their windows because they have to turn off the cryogenic array, which freezes all of them at once.
Unfroze Nora's pod with Sean. They unthawed me too, and I don't understand because there's clearly like a console on each of the pods. Why didn't they just unfreeze Nora's?
What would be way spookier is you wake up and your wife's dead.
Yeah, I can't help but feel that as well. Like, oh wow, time to reunite with my family. What the hell? You know,
What
you
happened
go
to
over
my
to some of the
wife?
cryopods and you'd be like, surely Mr. Russell's okay. And you
Is this-
press the button and...
Is this gonna be spoiled? I think. Hold on. This is my prediction for the Fallout TV show. Spoilers for the Fallout TV show. Never mind.
There has to be a release.
So you find out that he's dead too.
Hey, if anyone watching this is one of the, like, Bethesda lore channels, could you please do a lore video on Mr. Russell? And...
I gotta be right back. Gotta take the dog out. Alright. We are back from taking the dog outside. And we're gonna go back and watch the video.
Watching this is one of the, like, Bethesda lore channels. Could you please do a lore video on Mr. Russell and then let us know? We'd love to see that.
I love that guy. I don't understand Cosworth. Like, he's
Think I
still
went too
operating.
far.
He's still...
Way spookier is you wake up and your wife's dead.
Yeah, I can't help but feel that as well. Like, oh wow, time to reunite with my family. What the hell? You know, you go over to some of the cryopods and you'd be like, surely Mr. Russell's okay. And you press the button and...
Come on! There has to be a release!
So you find out that he's dead too.
Hey, if anyone watching this is one of the, like, Bethesda lore channels, could you please do a lore video on Mr. Russell and then let us know? We'd love to see that.
I love that guy. I don't understand Cosworth. Like, he's still operating. He's still functioning. He hasn't lifted a fucking finger. He could be doing the hedges.
He does do
What
the
do you
hedges. He's doing the
mean?
hedges when
He's
you
doing
come up.
his
These hedges
fucking
ain't done. He
best.
could take down a tree if he wanted.
Why would he do that? Also, the laser musket really annoys me.
Yeah, go on.
You take a laser rifle, which is this, like, culmination of amazing pre-war technology, right? But what the Minutemen do, Mr. Z, is they take this laser rifle, they strip all the important parts off it, and then sticky tape those parts to a wooden stock, thereby creating a worse laser rifle, and then say, yep, that's our new gun. It's insane. It's what it is.
We
It'd
take
be
something,
like
make it
taking
worse.
an AK-47 and chucking it on a broom and being like, oh yes, it's a Kalashna broom. It's the main
It's a Galil 5.56.
weapon of us.
Gun
the Scotty
guys,
Gun
get it?
boys.
Yeah, you're perfectly right.
Yeah, it's like, what is the advantage? Is it better?
You can keep more bullets, right? No, less.
Much less. Like a lot less.
Is Mama Murphy blind?
No, she has the sight, dude.
Mr. B, is Mama Murphy actually psychic, or is she just kind of like wacky?
Within Fallout, psychers, what they're called, exist.
What? What, like in Warhammer?
Yeah.
Okay, well then.
It's a thing. Can you stop fighting me on this? Trust me, okay?
I
Gosh, you know
like
what I'm
Preston
talking
Garvey a lot more than I like Sturgis.
You don't like Sturgis?
A full set of cherries, the power of... I hate that. Well, off we go into the wasteland. We're going to
Sturgis
go
was
to
okay.
Diamond City, and we're going to find our son, goddammit. We got to make that speech. Nate runs all the way from Sanctuary to Diamond City. There it is, the big sticky.
Isn't this Fenway Park? The baseball stadium?
From Boston?
Yeah, they've taken the old stadium and turned it into a settlement. As Nate approaches the front gate, he sees a lady in a red leather coat. Oh, and who's this beautiful creature?
That's Piper.
I fucking hate Piper. And I hate that people like Piper. I think Piper's annoying. That's it. I think she's annoying.
And she seems to be locked out of the city.
Danny, open up! Stop playing around, Danny. I'm standing out in the open here, for crying out loud.
Piper's in the middle of an argument with a guy on an intercom system. Now the guy on the intercom saying,
I'm sorry, Piper, but someone put up a no chicks allowed sign in the city, and I'm just following orders.
Just
Got orders not to let you in, Miss Piper. I'm sorry.
Mr. B, I don't understand. What's going on?
So Piper here is a reporter for a local newspaper, Mr. Z. And it sounds like her most recent article was very critical of Diamond City's mayor. So now she's been locked out of town.
Mayor McDonough's really steamed,
I didn't
Piper.
even realize that
Saying that article you wrote was all lies.
Mr. Internet Historian thinks either a dog or a mouse.
Ooh, Diamond City was keeping me out, is that it?
Scary.
I live here. You can't just lock me out.
Yes, you can.
Piper turns
obviously,
around and
'cause he
sees
did
Nate
it.
standing there. She says,
You want into Diamond City, right?
I do, says Nate, shaking his head up and down feverishly.
Yeah.
And so Piper comes up with a clever ruse.
A ruse. A deception.
What's that? You said you're a traitor up from Quincy?
No, I didn't.
Play along with what? What are you talking? I'm not from Quincy.
Have you seen my son?
Have you seen my
You have enough
baby?
supplies to keep the general store stocked
Shut
for a
up.
whole month?
Play along.
And you've got Gamer Sups in both caffeine and caffeine free? So he turns back to the intercom and says, everyone's going to starve and die from lack of supplies. I guess that's the security guard's fault.
Jeez, all right.
All right, hold on, I'll let you in. Just shut up.
Give me a minute.
Better head inside quick before old Danny catches on to the bluff.
The big green gate to the city opens up. It worked. We're in.
The idea
We're in.
that they don't have monitors to see out the door? Like, what's the point of this big off door if a raider can come along and go, ow, I'm an injured little kid. Open the door.
Oh,
Let's go. Nate?
Oh, fucking speaking of injured little kids, did you guys hear what crocodiles or alligators, whatever the fuck those dinosaurs are in Indonesia? They pretend to be drowning children. They'll lay on their fucking backs and they'll wiggle their little hands in the sky out of the tips of the water, and they got little thumbs and little creepy little demon hands. And they're like, come save me, I'm drowning. And they look like little kid hands coming out of the water. But they're dinosaurs that are gonna eat you. Like, what the fuck? How dare alligator or crocodile in Indonesia actively evolve? Like, when was the last time those things evolved? Is this evolution? No, it's adaptation. There we go. That's adaptation, not evolution. So many people must be going in to save drowning children. And then the crocodiles are seeing drowning children waving their hands above the water. And adults are coming in, and the crocodiles are eating those adults and those children. They're like, wait a minute. We can get free food if we pretend to die. If we pretend we can't swim, someone will just walk up to us, and then we get a snack, bro. That blows my mind. I didn't know alligators and or crocodiles were that smart.
Nate follows Piper into the stadium. And, oh, who's that there? It's the mayor. And he's still powerful mad about that article that Piper wrote.
You devious,
rabble-rousing slanderer.
The level of dishonesty in that paper of yours. I'll have that printer scrapped for parts.
Ooh, that a statement, Mr. McDonough? tyrant mayor shuts down the press.
Nate tries to cut through the crap.
What are you two arguing about, anyway?
The mayor says,
Piper here accused me in her paper of working for the Institute, which I'm not. You are so. Nuh-uh.
I don't know what the Institute is.
Oh, I didn't mean to bring you into this argument, good sir.
The mayor welcomes you to Diamond City.
I'm the mayor. Welcome to the great
He's
green
the
jewel
most
of the Commonwealth.
evil
Safe,
bastard
happy,
in
a fine place to come.
Diamond City.
I'm the mayor.
Anyway, the mayor turns back to
I'm
Piper
the
and says,
mayor.
From now on, consider you and that little sister of yours on notice.
Yeah, keep talking, McDonough. That's all you're good for.
So the mayor's walked away and we're left alone with Piper.
A big Diamond City welcome from the mayor. Look, I gotta go get settled in, but, stop by my office later. I have an idea for an article you'd be perfect for.
Do you think that I give a shit about some local newspaper? Where's my son? So we leave that conversation and walk on through to Diamond City proper. Biggest settlement in Boston. Wow. We see
Kinda fucking
camper vans
tiny,
on massive bollards, run-down shacks made of corrugated iron. Ah, this is Public Occurrences, the newspaper that Piper owns. And this street urchin on a literal soapbox is Piper's sister, Nat.
Piper, you're back.
Hey, kiddo. How are the paper sales?
Well, the presses are getting overloaded. That motor is going to go soon if we don't replace it.
Whatever, kid, says Piper.
I gotta head into the office.
Piper walks away. Nat then turns to us and says,
Free paper to newcomers.
a free paper? Nate takes some time to be sarcastic at this kid.
A free paper? Sounds like quality.
No, go on, Nate. You might like this paper. It's all about the Institute.
The Institute?
You ain't heard of the Institute,
The Institute.
No.
Colonel,
Sounds
what
dumb.
about the Institute?
Institute takes people. They snatch people up in the night and no one hears from them again.
Okay, kid. That's a cute story.
I'm serious.
Get out of my way, kid. I got busy things to do.
So we head into Public Occurrences, Piper's journalist agency. She greets us at the door.
Glad you dropped by.
Let me just cut to the chase, says Piper.
So here's the deal. I want an interview. Your life story in print.
Nate says, yeah, maybe. What will you do for me? Do this big exclusive interview and...
I'll tell you what. I'll come with you.
I'll become an optional follower and companion. Nate agrees.
All right, Piper. I'm in.
Good.
And we pick the sarcastic option for every question of the interview.
Let's get down to business. So, I know you're from a vault. How would you describe your time on the inside?
Why would they put a sarcastic option if they didn't want us to be? Right?
It was just me and 1,000 guinea pigs. They turned carnivorous.
They had these little machines that gave us Reddit gold whenever we made a funny.
Okay. I guess we're gonna have to go with the satirical approach. So, you've seen the Commonwealth, Diamond City. How does it compare to your old life?
You're all living in rusty shacks, killing each other. My God, the smell.
Okay. Now, the big question. Why come to Diamond City? You're looking for someone, aren't you? Who is it?
I am looking for someone.
Who are they?
My son!
My baby boy!
Oh, a missing person?
I'm a
What do they look like? Well, he's about yay high, and then he squats like all the way down the ground. Bald.
Wearing a beanie, I
I live in an
guess.
apartment. I
Very
don't wanna
young.
scream at the top of my
Blue
lungs.
eyes.
I've abandoned my boy! I've abandoned my son!
Has trouble walking, but he's not in a wheelchair. Piper then drops one bombshell of a question.
Do you suspect the Institute's involved?
The Institute? Who were they?
Piper takes a deep breath.
That blue is the biggest mystery in the Commonwealth.
No one knows nothing about the Institute. They're pretty much the Robo-Illuminati.
No one really knows who or where they are, but their handiwork is all over.
Okay.
It sounds crazy, I know, Nate, but they really do exist.
Okay.
No, wait, I can prove it, Nate. They're basically cloning people and replacing people with...
Okay.
Synths. Synthetic people.
They make synthetic people?
That's right.
And they act as, like, the spies of the Institute and stuff?
Sometimes they even replace a person with a synth double.
So Piper takes a big pause and expectantly
Send
looks at
Piper
us and says,
crossing.
So, do you think they could be involved? The Institute?
Yeah,
or
fucking
one of their
probably.
agents?
Everybody keeps fucking
"How
saying
could
that
I
it's
know?
probably
I've
the
been
Institute.
frozen for 200 years, and you just told me what it is."
Well, in any case,
For the last part of our interview, I'd like to do something different. What would you say to someone out there who's lost a loved one but might be too scared or too numb to the world to look for them?
Did he record himself starting a
I think my readers
microwave?
can relate to that. That's everything. It's gonna take some time to put this all together.
She didn't take a single fucking note? She's not recording anything? My god, she's even got the little ticket that says press.
Nate just presses it. Doesn't do anything.
Doesn't
Whenever
do
I do it,
anything.
it just makes him mad.
Anyway,
Just makes him mad.
I agreed to come with you, right?
And just like that, we have got our second companion now, Piper. All right, well, what do I do next, says Nate. Let's go to Nick Valentine. He's a private detective,
they've
and he's
mentioned the
very
dog,
good at
like, fuck
finding
off
people.
19
Also, he's got
times.
an office here in Diamond City. Let's
like, at
go.
all? This is
Just say
the
the word when
second
you're ready.
time they've mentioned
I
the
can't
dog
wait
other
to see
than
where the
meeting
story
him.
goes next.
Piper then goes over to her couch and sits down.
Well, Piper, I hate to say this after you just sat down, but...
Hey, Piper.
Heading my way?
Sure, let's go.
Will
Yeah,
do.
sure, I guess.
What
Come
the
on.
fuck is going on?
So we head through the back streets of Diamond City. We can see a neon sign that reads Valentine
Tag an
Detective
Oblivion
Agency. This is the
remake
place.
when I played the game.
We head into this detective agency, and frankly, it's a mess. Oh, of course, they've got the cinder blocks, standard issue.
His ties. Oh, Nick.
Why are they bothering to
Yeah,
put
it's
things
one
on
of the
cabinets and then
rules.
leaving papers on the floor and then walking on the papers?
Sorry.
You're being pedantic.
No
I'm
special
not.
privilege.
They're being
You're being
ridiculous.
pedantic. Also, look how low that ceiling fan is. Just cut your head off. Across the room is a young lady, rummaging through a filing cabinet. So Nate approaches and asks,
Don't want to have to
wrong?
ban you now.
Dude, it's Tone.
Something wrong?
What's going on there, sweetheart? I don't want to see you cry.
Another stray coming in from the rain.
The lady spins around, and she says,
Afraid you're too late. Office is closed.
Look, stranger, the office is closed right now. And Nate replies,
Wait, who are you? You the detective?
Me? No, I'm Nick's secretary. Handle his appointments, his papers, that sort of thing.
well, that's great. I need to see Valentine pronto. Yesterday. I need him to detect where my son is. He's been taken, and my wife's dead.
No can do, stranger. You see, Mr. Valentine's gone missing.
He disappeared working a case. Skinny Malone's gang had kidnapped a young woman, and he tracked them down to their hideout in Park Street Station.
Oh no, says Piper.
Nikki's missing. What has he gotten himself into this time?
Do you think maybe the Institute's involved?
Shut up, Piper, this is important.
Who's this Skinny Malone character?
Ellie replies,
I don't know much about him, but
All I know is he's a dangerous gangster, and he's apparently kidnapped a young woman. Her parents are worried sick. Mr. Valentine went looking for him, and ever since then, I ain't seen him. I think he's in a terrible way.
Nate says, well, I need Valentine's help, lady.
Do you have any idea how I could find him?
Well, word's going round that he...
tracked them down to their hideout in Park Street Station.
Scooch over here and I'll mark it on your map.
There's an old vault down
It's
there
okay.
they use
I
as
was
a
just
base.
joking around too.
I
Just giving
told
you a
Nick
good
he
old
was walking into a trap, but
teasing
he
you.
just smiled and walked out the door like he always does.
Right, so you're saying that if I find Valentine, he'll help me find my son. Deal.
I'll find him. You have my word.
Thank you. Nick should be easy to spot. He's always wearing
Piper
that old
like
hat
that.
and trench coat getup. Please, hurry.
So we head off to find Detective Valentine. And
Oh, I
as
should
we
probably
leave
mention I'm
through
gonna be doing a
Diamond
modded
City, what the
playthrough
hell's
of
happening
Fallout
over
4.
there, Mr. B?
It seems
I'll
like
have to
there's
put
some
that in the
commotion
title.
in the town square. What's going on? Everyone is gathered around two men in the center of Diamond City.
This guy with his hands up is Riley. And this guy holding the gun is Kyle.
Kyle says,
What have you done with the real Riley? Where's my brother?
you're a synth. My own brother, a synth. Why, I ought to give you a bullet sandwich.
I swear I'm not a synth. Don't shoot, for God's sakes. We're family.
Wait, what's that now? Synths?
Oh,
like from the
jeez.
Institute? Like
too
from
far away
Piper's
from the mic.
newspaper?
It
I've got to-
seems, Mr. Z, this
Not
guy
playing
thinks his
Fallout
brother has
1.
been switched with a fake synth double.
Listen here, commenter. Fallout 4 is is it's a reaction stream. We're gonna be watching him watch Fallout 4, and then we're gonna play Fallout 4. Don't you get the rules? Don't you understand what we're doing, sir? Gosh. I don't have access to Fallout 1 either. Is it on Steam? Probably is. I'm not playing that game. I wouldn't play it back when we had it on CD. Why would I play it? Oh, wow. You can't even hear me. You
Diamond City
sneaky,
God yells
sneaky
out.
boy.
Put the
you.
gun down now.
He's a Sith! He'll kill us all!
And right before this Kyle customer pulls the trigger, the guard shoots him dead.
No!
His head explodes
I know.
like a pomegranate with high blood pressure.
Okay, show's over.
Well-
There are no synths in Diamond City. Hear me?
Nate rushes over to Riley.
What happened? He pulled a gun on me. My own brother.
My brother thought I was replaced by a synth.
Lol.
Well, are you a synth?
I'm not a synth. I told him. I kept telling him.
I gotta
Of
change
course he's
that.
not a synth, Mr. B. He looks just like a human. Surely the guard has something to say
My
for
very own
himself.
phantom.
Officer?
I need you to step away, Scaver.
I understand, officer. I just want to know what happened.
It's that newspaper's fault. Got people all riled up, thinking their own family might be replaced by machines.
Oh, so this is all Piper's fault. She's causing all this synth paranoia, Mr. Z, with her silly
You were
newspaper.
Ginning up the
and
whole
actually
city with
watching,
conspiracy
you would know.
theories, Mr. B.
We just cut to Piper, she's just eating noodles. Doesn't give a shit.
I haven't been paying attention.
Well, anyway, says Nate, let's go find
They
this
haven't even
Detective
left.
Valentine customer. If I never see a synth ever again, it'll be...
Oh yeah, they just talked all about how synths are replacing people. I know that bit. We know that.
Too
bit.
soon.
We know that.
And so...
We're
Nate
reacting
Piper,
to the video.
leave Diamond City.
You've seen it before, right?
Okay, so we gotta go save Nick Valentine. He is holed up in a vault, and the entrance to that vault is a subway station. We are now outside that subway station. Let's jump in. So we get into the subway, and at this point we overhear some very incriminating dialogue.
I'm telling you, joining Skinny Malone's crew was the best decision we've ever made.
I tell you what, I love being a bad guy, and I love being part of the Skinny Malone crew, which I am. And
Boy,
my
oh
name
boy,
is
do I
the
love
Skinny
being a
Malone
criminal.
guy / Steve. The exposition boys go on to say,
I still say Malone's weak. We caught that detective snooping around, and what does he do? Locks him up.
these guys speaking, by the way, are the Trigger Men. They are part of Skinny Malone's crew, and they are old-timey gangster laughers.
Not the
So
brightest
Nate walks
bunch
into the
of
reception of the
crayons in the
subway,
toolbox
and the
in
trigger
the
men
shed.
instantly intuit that...
He's here for the detective. I said,
ruh-roh.
Nate engages in combat.
goodbye.
Malone's gonna have your guts for garners.
Jeez.
Nate makes his way down into the
Jesus.
subway.
Let's see those moves, tough guy. You'll pay for that, wise guy.
Bam.
He shot at me with his bullets.
He's shooting at me with bullets from his gun.
Get behind something, you goose!
Well, fee, fi, fo, fuck.
That was better than expected.
We kill all of Skinny Malone's
How long
men
have
in
you
the
been down
subway,
here?
and we arrive at Vault 114. This is where Mr. Valentine should be being held hostage. So we use our Pip-Boy to open the door.
Didn't think we'd be coming back to a vault so soon, huh? Piper's just like not listening. Oh, thanks, Piper.
The big vault door opens. If Mr. Russell was here, he would go first. But it's just me and Piper, so we run in and we start blasting.
Don't worry, Valentine. We're coming, bro. Alright, so there's more gangsters in this vault. We kill them.
We keep pushing through until we reach a central atrium within the vault. And we can overhear a very subtle conversation happening in the distance.
How you doing in
very
there,
own phantom.
Valentine? Feeling hungry?
Ah, Nick Valentine, you are in there and looking out of the window and hearing me with my voice.
You're good. I'll give you that.
Want a snack?
Keep talking, meathead.
Alright, Valentine's
Is it
locked
mean
in
to
that
taunt
room.
a
We
robot
gotta
with
get in
food?
there.
It'll
give Skinny Malone more time to think about how he's gonna bump you off.
Don't give me that crap, Valentine.
bump
You
me
know
up.
nothing, you got nothing.
Really? I saw him writing your name down in that black book of his.
Valentine seems to be playing mind games with this guy. He must be one cool customer.
Lousy, cheating card shark, I think were his exact words. Then he struck the name across 3 times.
3 strikes?
3 strikes.
In the black book?
In the black
But
book.
I never...
Colonel, what does that mean?
I gotta smooth this over fast.
Now, if we sneak real quiet like, we might
Real
be able
sneaky,
to close the
real
distance
quiet.
across the room while the gangster is distracted.
Oh, that noise is making me painfully thirsty.
Are you drinking right now? No.
No.
All right,
No.
Snuck across the room. So the bad guy comes running out the door as we're climbing the stairs, and he says,
Spurted water all over me.
No, leave me alone.
Right, so we walk up to this big round glass window, and we can see the silhouette of a man inside.
Nate's like,
Hello? Hello, are you Nick Valentine? Is that you? I need your help, please. I have a son-related problem.
But Valentine
I
cuts
can't
him
find
off.
my
Know
little
who you
baby
are, but we
boy.
got 3 minutes before they realize muscles for brains ain't coming back.
uh-oh, we gotta hurry.
Get this door open.
Nate's like,
Hey, how do I get this door open?
You gotta hack that terminal to open up this door.
Nate heads over and hacks the terminal that opens the door.
Yes.
Hack the planet! My hacker
The
name
door
is
opens.
Acid Burn.
Ah, finally, we see the elusive Detective Valentine.
Haha, my knight in shining
Ew.
armor.
But Nate's like,
Whoa.
Because have you noticed something a little bit
Whoa.
interesting about old Valentine?
no, what, has he got a new haircut?
Not quite. He looks a little bit, well, synthetic. Yeah.
Whoa.
Synthetic.
What are you? I'm a detective.
You know what I meant.
All right, kid, you
Detective.
twisted my arm. I'm a synth. A delicious synth.
Wait, I thought synths were meant to look like people.
Actually,
Says Piper.
there are lots of different types of synths.
So Piper barges in and she goes, okay, so there are 3 different types of synths, right? So there's the first generation, which looks like this. They're kind of, they look like robo-skeletons. Then there's the next version, and they look a little more human, but they're not quite human. And then there's Generation 3. Now that's the one that looks
That's a dude.
indistinguishable from people. Then what is Valentine?
The discarded prototype.
I'm a prototype 2.5 version. Wow, okay, cool.
Look, I know the skin and the metal parts ain't comforting, but it's not important right now.
What matters is, why are you here to save me? What do you want, Nate?
My son, Sean, is missing.
Glad to help. But now ain't the time. Let's blow this joint. Then we'll talk.
So Nate and the fellas creep, all stealthy-like, back to the entrance of the vault.
Stealthy indeed.
What was that?
Not making a peep. Every attack more stealthy than the last. A ghost in the fog.
Finally, they reach the last room before the entrance.
But on the other side of this door, who's waiting for them? None other than Skinny Malone himself.
What are you doing? You come into my house, shoot up my guys? You have any idea how much this is gonna set me back?
Valentine, we may go way back, but killing my friends and dismantling my mafia operation, well, that's 3 strikes in the black book.
Oh, come on, Skinny. Not the black book.
I wouldn't be here if it weren't for your 2-timing dame, Skinny.
By 2-timing dame, Valentine means this lady, Darla.
The camera cuts to a lady in a fancy sequin dress, and she's holding a baseball bat.
You ought to tell her to write home more often.
The reason why Valentine is here is because he was trying to rescue Darla and bring her back to her parents. Then he got caught and kidnapped. I can't leave here, Darla, without taking you back home to your family. However, Darla does not want to go home.
Oh, I'll just run back home to Daddy, shall I?
Just because you came and told me to? You're not my dad. I don't have to listen to you. They can't control my life anymore.
So Valentine, Skinny Malone, and this Darla girl are all just at each other's throats. And Nate's just standing there in the back like,
oh my god, just help me find my son. Shut up, Darla, says Nate, walking into the shot.
Then what's this guy doing here, huh?
I'm here to persuade you to go home. I ain't leaving Skinny Malone. I love him.
So Nate selects a medium-level difficulty speech check and says,
Darla, listen to me.
Have you considered?
You have a home to go back to. You don't want to throw your life away with these thugs.
You're right!
You're right! You're right! It's stupid game.
Though, in Darla's defense, I did console command myself to have 10 charisma, so she is up against a brick wall of personality.
Just the stone coldest man of hardest
So
persuasion.
with one line of dialogue from a stranger, the missing girl Darla has been convinced to go home.
Darla, where are you going?
Home, Skinny. Where I should have been all this time. This is goodbye for us.
And then it just, like, I'm leaving this minute. See you later. Skinny is heartbroken and furious.
Oh, come on, Nikki. You cost me my
She's
men.
still running
Now
around.
you and your friend cost me my girl?
My dames.
Valentine quips back.
You killed my boys.
Did have bad
You
taste in
made
women.
my girl run away. What the fuck?
Nate barges in with another charismatic move
Of yours, maybe
as he
you'll see
weapon
sense and let
selects
us walk.
the mini nuke.
You still... Well, so much for Skinny Malone.
Nate, Valentine, and Piper book it out of this vault.
Better get out of here.
They got
fast.
my eye.
We've done it. We've made it out of the subway. And Nick Valentine's mighty thankful that we helped him. He says,
Thanks for getting me out.
My kitty cat's
How did you know where to find me, anyway?
Your secretary, Ellie, she sent me.
She did. I should give her a raise.
Good one, Valentine.
Now,
Another
you mentioned
handful
something
of
about your
garbage from the
son,
waste
Sean.
ought to
How he went
satisfy
missing.
her.
Give me all the details.
That's affirmative, Detective Valentine. But let's talk about it more back at Diamond City.
See you in Diamond City.
Diamond City.
And the scene ends.
And then we magically appear
What do you
back
think
at
of
Diamond
Piper?
City.
she's what I would refer to as bait. Everything about her seems to be like sculpted to make you fall in love with her.
Stop by my office later. I have an idea for
It's
an
a
article
meet
you'd be
cute.
perfect for.
I found her to be annoying right off the bat. Look, the world is a wasteland. We got to do what we can to rebuild. And then the thing that you're worried about is whether I can talk shit about the mayor in my local newspaper. It just seems so trivial.
Yeah.
It just feels like, all right, now let me just start some fucking gossip. There's like people literally dying of thirst around you, and you're like, I don't like the mayor so much.
Tyrant mayor shuts down the press.
He's doing
What's
his
the point of
freaking
having
best.
press there? Because it's not like a raider's going to go, hold on, fellas, she's here to report and observe. Also, it's not
Guys,
true.
don't shoot her. She's
there
a
to fight.
reporter.
Yeah.
She's got a gun.
When she kills people, she yells out, "One more for the obituary!"
Oh, God.
So what do you think about Valentine?
I do
She's
like how we
making
only
her
saw
own
his
work.
silhouette, so it was kind of a surprise. I didn't expect to see a robot man when I opened the door.
I like Valentine. I think his shtick sort of runs out.
Yeah.
Because I think they just didn't have enough to do with it.
Let's blow this joint.
But, like, conceptually, I think he's great.
Yeah, I agree.
Much better than Piper.
I do want to see what's underneath the hat.
He's
Darla,
bold.
you know, you can actually run into her out in the wasteland after this.
Really?
What a mess I got myself into.
Yeah, and you run into her and she just goes, "Yeah,
Not
Skinny, you
say
sucks."
Screw Skinny Malone. Who needs that big galoot anyway?
That's it.
Boy, are we persuasive.
Yeah. All right, we got a final one. The video's not even out yet, but we've already got questions coming in from the audience, Mr. Z. The people want to know, why do you drink so fucking loudly?
I was thirsty.
Oh, yeah.
How do you
I mean,
even
I
drink
have to
that
imagine
loud?
you're not going to finish this recording while still parched.
Oh,
so
man, I
I have
shouldn't.
to imagine you did something to
loud.
quench that thirst, Mr. Z. What was it?
You might have overheard maybe me drinking a game of subs.
Oh, is that what it was? Because it sounded like you were really enjoying it.
I tell you what, though, it was the fact that I was drinking it out of one of these cups. It's one of the... yeah.
It really
and
changes
people are like,
how
what's your mood? And I'm like, I don't even have to
drink it.
say it. We now have Nick Valentine on the case, on the team. We got to find our son. The Valentine Detective Agency. It's good to be back.
Ellie? Are you here?
Nick?
Ellie comes running up to Valentine and she says,
Oh, God.
It's really you.
Before Ellie can go in for a big robo hug, Valentine clips back in his aloof way.
Well, it's hard to mistake this mug for anyone else.
You keep laughing at Death. Someday
Ha
Death's
ha
gonna
ha,
laugh
robot
back.
may joke
Valentine
about
then turns
dying.
to Nate.
Ha
Not
ha.
as long as I got a few friends to back me up.
Isn't that right, Nate? And then he turns and he winks at him, and Nate's like, I don't get, you're a robot. I just need to find my son.
Nate's like, oh, I'm very synth racist. Now, Ellie is very thankful that we saved Valentine. She says,
You saved Nick.
I almost spit
agency,
my fucking
and my
water. I was
job.
like,
Thank
oh no,
you.
I hate
But that's not all.
sins.
You deserve a reward.
How's that?
Oh, new wife, perhaps?
Hold on. I wanted to see that. You can't. Oh. Yeah, I have a mod. It customizes it. This is the same for some fucking reason.
You deserve a reward.
Oh, new wife,
sexy
perhaps? She seems
thing,
nice.
yeah?
Plus a little something extra.
Oh!
You're welcome. We pick the sarcastic option.
Metal detective delivery at your service.
Ellie is no longer aroused. Valentine says, come on, you two.
Let's get down to business. Take a seat.
So Nate sits down in the chair opposite Valentine. And then stands back up again because there's a delay in the inputs cache.
When you're trying to find someone who's gone missing, the devil is in the details. Tell me everything you can.
Did you get a look at the guys who took short? And Nate says, well, the window was really foggy and iced up, you see. But I saw two people.
There was a man and a woman.
So we're talking a small team.
Yes, says Nate. That is, in fact, technically the smallest number of people you could have in a team.
Anything else you remember?
Heard keys.
They didn't say much, but I remember they called me
Is that out there?
the backup.
Heard keys. Was that out there?
Not sure what the backup means.
But, says Valentine,
Hear keys.
This isn't
in
a
the living
random
room.
kidnapping.
Okay. then
Whoever
never mind.
took your kid had an agenda.
yeah, but whose agenda? Who do you think did this?
Whose agenda?
There's a lot of groups in the Commonwealth that take people. Raiders, super mutants, the Gunners, and of course there's the Institute.
Yeah, duh, the villain of the game.
Did you say the Institute? Piper, get out of here.
Piper, go
I'm
away.
choosing. Nate selects the Gunners.
Who were the gunners?
High-end mercenaries. No job too brutal.
It's very unlikely that the Gunners would kidnap your son, unless they were trying to turn him into a gun or something. Also, they're kind of like
Baby
raiders. They
gun.
don't really do anything interesting. Ah, well, I know who it is then.
You think raiders might have done this?
I honestly doubt it.
Then why did you suggest it?
It's not the raiders, Nate.
They can barely organize themselves, let alone pull off something this complicated.
All right, says Nate. Seriously, then.
It's
Super
the
mutant.
super mutant.
I think we can safely rule them out.
I think it's the Gunners again. It's the Institute, Nate.
Nate,
So you think
please.
this institute is responsible?
I'm afraid I do, Nate.
Something goes wrong, everyone blames them.
It couldn't be the Institute. It couldn't be. The Institute is a conspiracy. It's not, Nate. It's real.
grand
Nick
conspiracy.
reveals, for you see, Valentine looks away, ashamed.
I'm a synth myself.
Institute
It's got a
synth.
prototype anyway.
Nate is shocked upon hearing the revelation.
You're a prototype?
As far as I know, never seen any other synth like myself.
Well, then surely you know what their plan is, where they are.
No one knows what their plan is or where they are.
You don't know anything about them?
You don't know
Really?
nothing?
Although I am a robot
He
from
don't
the
know shit
Institute,
about
they
fuck.
wiped my brain memories. I remember nothing.
Really? Some kind of security setting strips or blocks out those memories.
Look, I don't care about any of this, says Nate. Let's get back on track.
I need to find Sean.
Let's focus on what you saw. What did these kidnappers look like?
Well, I suppose there was one thing.
Bald and
says Nate.
scarred. Carried gun.
Probably doesn't
Sounded
mean
like
anything, but
Kiefer
Came right
Sutherland.
up to me.
pressed his face up against the
least we have
glass
the
so I could
backup.
get a real good look at him. And I could see that he had...
Bald head. Scar across his left eye.
What, says Valentine, while looking at the camera aghast.
We know that, man.
It's way too big of a coincidence.
Spit it out, says Nate.
You didn't hear the name Kellogg at all, did you?
Press the sarcastic button, Mr. B.
Oh, yeah.
I heard their names, their home addresses, and where their diary keys are hidden.
Valentine then turns to our new
rolls
romantic
his
interest,
eye.
and he says,
Ellie, what notes do we have about the Kellogg case?
She goes, I don't know, just turns around the clipboard, there's nothing on it.
I'm not
The
doing
description
anything.
matches. Bald head, scar, reputation for dangerous mercenary work, but
everything matches up.
Everything
the
matches
description.
And he had a kid with him, didn't he? And he bought a house here in town.
My boy.
You said he lives here?
That son of a bitch. Let me at him. What's his address? I'll go kick his ass.
yeah, that's right. The house in the abandoned West Stands. The boy with him was around 10 years old.
10 years old? If Sean's 10 years old now, then how long was I frozen?
It could just be another kid, Nate. Either way, it sounds like we're on the right track.
Let's you and I take a walk over to Kellogg's last known address.
What the fuck?
The camera couldn't keep
I
up.
thought that was
Ellie warns us.
Security doesn't really go to that part of town, but
So it's dangerous, guys.
you two should still be careful.
I always am.
No, you're not.
So
you were
off we
literally
all
just
go.
kidnapped.
To Kellogg's house. The home of a
I love to
known
see her go,
serial
and I
killer.
love to see her walk away.
So we're on our way to Kellogg's house, and Valentine reiterates just how dangerous this Kellogg guy is.
Everything I dug up about Kellogg before his disappearance is bad news. Quick, clean, thorough. Has no enemies because they're all dead.
Nate and Nick
Except
skulk
for
over to this Kellogg customer's house to see if they can rustle up any clues.
It's an ordinary house in the wastelands. Nothing remarkable.
Keep an eye out, will you? See if I can get this open.
Valentine begins picking the lock to the door. Aha. We get inside and... Oh.
Take a look around.
Oh.
Kellogg must
Realize
have
he
left
also
something
used console
behind.
commands a lot.
Nothing out of the ordinary, though.
It's kind of empty. Damn. Nate says it's a dead end. Guess we'll never find Sean now. Nate begins loading his gun.
We're all gonna
Valentine says,
die.
wait a minute. Does the geometry of this room not quite make sense?
Place seems small to you?
It's quite large on the outside, but so much smaller on the inside.
Not really.
It's like a reverse TARDIS. Maybe there's a hidden room or something, says Valentine. So Nate and Valentine begin scanning the room, looking for some sort of hidden button or lever or... bing bing bong, there it
Hidden
is.
button.
Under the desk, a big red inconspicuous button.
Big
Nate
fuck off,
presses
big
it,
red
and then
button.
a secret room opens up.
That's one way to hide a room.
Inside the secret room, there are clues everywhere.
Now look at this. All of a Merc's favorite things.
He's got ammunition. He's got missiles.
Got bullets
He's
and
got.
missiles.
Wait a minute, is that a
and all
bottle of
my
Jameson?
favorite
The
things.
flavors, look at all the flavors he has, Mr. B. He's got the limited edition Berry Blast. They don't sell that one no more. Oh my God, and he's got the cup too. My God, he's got everything.
That Kellogg may be a son of a
Who
bitch,
has a better
but
story
he's got
than
good taste.
Come on, Nate, let's keep
Internet
hunting for clues.
historian the broken?
So Nate and Valentine keep looking around the safe room.
But alas, still no baby Sean. Says Nate, as
Tons of
he
neat little
returns
goodies,
to
but
his
no
weapons
babies.
inventory. Wait, says Valentine. What about these cigars
Clothes
here sitting
gonna
in this
can.
ashtray?
Interesting brand.
Cigars. San Francisco Sunlights.
Won't lead us anywhere on its own, though.
If Kellogg likes to smoke these a lot, then perhaps he's been traveling the wastelands smoking these. If we had something that like detected
Garbage bags
scents,
worth of
we
cigars.
might be able to follow a sort of
all the
trail
way
of these
to
cigar
him.
stubs all across the wasteland, Nate. Yeah, but nobody can smell that good. Says Nate, walking away. Wait, says Valentine.
Some dogs out there in the Commonwealth can track a man for miles.
I know a dog.
I wonder
I
if
know a
Dogmeat could
dog.
pick up the scent.
I also know who Dogmeat is, despite never meeting him and you having never mentioned him.
Why don't
Dogmeat's
you
a
go
good
fetch
boy.
him and let him
We
have
love
a
a
whiff?
good dog here.
See if he picks up the trail.
Beautiful,
So Nate and
beautiful
Valentine
dogs.
walk outside,
Oh,
and
wow.
Dogmeat's already there waiting,
Psychic
and he
dog
picks
meat.
up the scent.
Got something, boy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dogmeat gets the scent and he heads off out into the wastelands. On the trail.
Ich liebe dich, John Fallout.
Alright, so Dogmeat leads us to another small cigar stub.
It's down by a small dock? Jetty, a pier perhaps.
San Francisco Sunlights.
Kellogg's
preferred brand, all right.
Dogmeat latches onto the next part
Snake
of the
smoke
trail.
cigarettes.
Here
Big
and
Boss smoke cigars.
And then he finds an old campsite that it looks like Kellogg's used recently.
It was
I
booby
had to
trap.
get a little comfy. Hopefully this sounds a
decoy,
little better.
clever.
That's some good disarmament there, Nate.
No, let's just rewind. Let's just rewind.
I think we can.
Notice it said clue because it doesn't let you activate the mine.
You know what I would have done? I probably would have done like a wicked
Shoot
sick
the mine?
backflip or something, and then I wouldn't have been caught in the blast. But
Resident Evil 4
I wish I
remake.
did that.
He's not going to do a Resident Evil 4 remake Explained because it's the same fucking game, which means I can't play. I'm going to play Resident Evil 4 remake when I do the Resident Evil 4 video.
This is
I'm
some old
establishing
military
it now
fort
so that it
where it
makes
seems that
sense when I
Kellogg's
do
scent
it later.
goes dry. Maybe he's holed up here.
Is this the place? Is he in here, boy?
Ja, das ist ein Heidi-Hole.
Mr. Z, that's doggo for
Ja,
yes.
das ist
well
ein
then,
Heidi-Hole.
let us go into there.
Jawohl.
We head into Fort Hagen.
And it looks like we're in some sort of admin office level. And
Bang, bang,
worse,
bang, bang.
looks like it's full of synths. The old skeleton scary
God,
ones,
I
so
hate
Can't be.
synthetics.
Synths is a conspiracy.
This definitely has Institute written all over it. Does that mean Kellogg's running with the Institute these days? If he's even here.
Can't be. The Institute is a conspiracy.
It doesn't exist.
That can't be a synth. It can't be. They're not real.
Synths aren't
the synths
real.
weren't real.
We fight our way through the building, and we reach an elevator. We go down into the belly of the building. And there we hear
Buildings
the
don't have
echoed
bellies,
din of an
silly.
all too familiar voice.
Yeah, if it isn't my old friend, the frozen TV dinner.
That's Kellogg's voice.
Last time we met, you were cozying up to the peas and apple cobbler.
What?
He's saying that we're a frozen TV dinner, which
Oh, that's
Wait,
rude.
hold on.
is
He'd have
predicated
to
on
be
the fact
from
of
the
him
past
knowing
too.
what a frozen TV dinner is.
He killed our wife.
Even though it was
stole our
established
son.
he was
now
raised
he's making fun of us for having been
post-war.
frozen. We can't let this stand. So we're trying to get at Kellogg, but every time we try, he's there thwarting us with like tricks and traps and stuff.
Well, they lose,
Instead
like,
of disarming
5
them,
health at a
Mr. B just runs right through it and uses a stim pack.
After waking up 200 years in the future, nothing can shock me anymore, Kellogg.
All the while, Kellogg is on the loudspeaker intercom, taunting Nate.
Sorry your house has been a wreck for 200 years, but I don't need a roommate. Leave.
He says some
No.
more stuff to make us
Make
feel
me leave.
unwelcome.
Give you 50-50 odds of making it to Diamond City. After that, figured the Commonwealth would chew you up like jerky.
I figured the Commonwealth would chew you up and spit you out and chew you up again and then spit you all around the room and then you'd be spit you into the peach cobbler and here's the thing, Nate, in the Commonwealth we all swallow.
Now Kellogg can see that we're not turning around. We're still marching forward. So Kellogg starts monologuing even harder.
You got guts,
Silence.
determination. It's admirable.
He's just like sitting there with at a mic, presumably saying all this stuff.
Yeah.
And here's another thing, actually. And now a word from our sponsors. And now, Yellow by Coldplay.
We're getting so close to Kellogg now.
Yellow
and
by
he's starting to
Coldplay?
shift from
And
coffee
it's
to
all
kind of
yellow.
negotiating.
It's not too late. Stop. Turn around and leave. You have that option.
That doesn't work either.
Listen, Nate. Really? Listen, though. You've got no idea what you're working with.
You are in over your head in ways you
What
can't
you're working
possibly
with.
comprehend.
That's a different
But
way
we
to
kept
say
marching forward right to the final door. Kellogg is
walking
mere
into
meters away.
what you're working with.
Okay.
So Kellogg gives us one last plea.
I'm just up ahead. My synths are standing down. Let's talk.
The security door
Yeah,
opens up and we
sure,
walk through.
buddy.
We
We're
are
gonna
heading
talk.
for the denouement, the climax of our
denouement.
story, as we are about to get our vengeance. That was
My very
really
own
fun
Phantom.
running all across the wasteland, right?
Takes 20 minutes.
I liked
Getting my
the bit
revenge
where we
across
got to the dock.
Was it a dock? I'm pretty sure it was a pier, wasn't it?
A pontoon, if you will.
Something that's always bothered me about Kellogg's house is we're running the tech where we've got secret doors and secret compartments to make the house have a secret little safe room. No one at any point picked up a broom.
Yep, television on the floor for no reason, scattered papers.
The broom is on the
I have to
floor.
imagine it's because they turned all the brooms into guns.
Oh yeah, the cinder blocks. Just leave them on the mezzanine, please.
The mezzanine?
Like the button's not secret either. It's like just big red button.
I like the idea that it's like slightly buzzing as well. It's got that electrical. It's got that like.
Oh, the new TV makes that noise.
Like it drives me mad. Like none of it makes any sense. And it's like the world building. Really? Where's he getting like specialized cigars? Is he
San Francisco?
Is he going to San Francisco?
Can we just chuck that up on the map, see how far San Fran is to Boston?
They're so far away. Oh my god, it's so far away.
What if the speakers just weren't working? Nate's walking in, and Kellogg's there. He's like, I'm gonna hit him with. Just comes out like. Nate's like, well, this place must be haunted. This place is scary.
Scary
But anyway,
ghost.
Mrs. E, Kellogg, he has our son.
And so we're about to hit in and hopefully avenge
Okay,
our
ghost,
wife
scare
and
me.
get back our son. I know he's probably like in that room. We're just gonna scoop him up and go, come on, and feed him straight from our bosom.
All
right, well, let's see how it unfolds.
So here we are. We enter a big open room. It's dark. It's poorly lit. But suddenly a bunch of lights all pop on in order. And behind a computer console walks Kellogg. The man who ruined our life.
We walk right up to Kellogg, briskly, so that he knows we're serious.
So, here we are. Funny, huh?
You murdering, kidnapping psychopath.
Sean!
Where's Sean?
Sean!
Tell me,
Give me my son. Give me
Jason?
Sean. No.
Right to it then, huh?
Give me now. Give me my baby boy.
Okay. Fine.
Nick Valentine is like, ooh, he's at the edge of his seat. Our Piper's there, and dog meat, and we're all paying close attention.
Jawohl.
And then we hard cut to Codsworth dead in a
Meine
dumpster somewhere.
Kinder.
Pal, I'm just a puppet like you. My stage is a little bigger, that's all.
Now, Kellogg decides not to tell us very much at all.
Brothers
He's going to be
gonna
very
need
cryptic about the whole thing. He's
small
going to be
apples.
the riddle master.
Where is my son? Where is Sean?
Sean's a good kid.
Why did that sound weird?
Bit older than you expected, am I right?
Yes, I suspect he is 10 now, because people said they saw you walking around with a 10-year-old boy.
But he's doing great. Only, he's not here. If you're hoping for a happy reunion, ain't gonna happen, pal.
Oh.
Your boy's not here.
Oh. So where is he?
Sean's in a good place. Where he's safe and comfortable.
God,
and
I
loved.
wish I could
Where he's safe
kill
and
you.
comfortable. Oh God, he's dead. He's in heaven, isn't he?
What's the cliche? So close, but yet so far away.
He talks so cryptically for no reason.
He is everywhere, but he is nowhere. Fiddle-dee-dee.
God damn it, you mercenary
He's
mother-
with us at all
Where
times,
is
yet so
my
far
son?
away,
Sean's safe.
unattainable.
At home. In the Institute.
The Institute? Piper's like, I knew it! Nate is starting to get very angry.
So where is it? Huh?
Huh?
This institute. How do I get there?
But Kellogg goes back
Haven't
into
you
cryptic mode.
Been
Haven't you been
listening
paying
to
attention?
a thing I've said?
You don't find the Institute. The Institute finds you.
Well,
There's
I mean,
a little institute.
I found you.
He's so needlessly cryptic.
You open the closet. It's just a closet. You can never find the monster that hides inside.
You cannot find the Institute and save your boy, Nate. I know how to get in there, Nate, and it's all up here.
War
Says
never
Kellogg, pointing
changes
to
on
his
the
brain.
battlefield.
But I think
with
we've been talking
partners.
long enough.
Kellogg then says,
We both know
Tong,
how
tong,
this has
tong,
to
tong,
end.
tong,
it's
Half-Life
time
2.
to duel with guns. Get your stem packs
Half-Life,
ready.
not
We're
Half-Life
gonna
2.
do some combat
Tong,
to the
tong,
death.
tong. Quit
In
fucking with
100
the
years,
microwave.
when I finally die, I only hope I go to hell, so I can kill you all over again, you piece of shit.
That was pretty cool. That's a cold
That's
thing
a
to
very
say to a
extreme thing
motherfucker.
to say, and I forgive Nate for saying it because it's in a moment of extreme anger. I always believe in love, not hate. This is clearly hate Nate coming through. That was actually why they called him Nate, because it's a portmanteau of hate and Nathan.
I have to admit, I find myself actually kind of liking you.
You, Kellogg.
So we blast at Kellogg. A stray bullet hits him right in the face, and his whole head explodes like a big fountain of grape
Bam!
jelly. There's pieces going everywhere, and it's a bit of a stop and
It's kind of
stare
gross,
moment.
and everyone's
shocked.
like,
It's really
"Holy
killed the
shit!"
mood. Just like a chocolate milkshake, only crunchy.
Bastard won't be hurting anyone else.
We then walk over to Kellogg's limp, headless body, and we begin rifling through his pockets, grabbing all his stuff, searching
And some
for
bits of his
clues.
skull for good luck.
He's chock full of cybernetic parts and upgrades. Huh, says Nate, as he rips them all out to potentially sell later.
All this tech.
Easily worth a lot.
You were barely human.
Valentine wisely says,
We should take a look around, get all the intel this place can hide.
Next to his corpse is Kellogg's computer terminal. So we crack it open to look for any juicy info, and we find a message. The boy, Sean, successfully delivered back to the Institute. Payment received. And then we play some games on this souped-out PC.
Is that Baldur's Gate free?
So we turn to Valentine and we ask him, Nick,
So, Kellogg wasn't giving us any bull. Your son really is on the inside.
surely you can help us, Mr. Valentine. Please. My son's trapped in the Institute.
Even I don't know where the Institute is. And they built me. Only person I know willing to snoop up the Institute's tail feathers is Piper.
All right, so Mr. Valentine is telling us to go back
Why
and talk
Piper?
to Piper because she is the expert on all
Why?
things Institute.
Diamond City it is.
Hey, chin up. I know the night just got darker.
Because we have to go talk
But
to
it won't
Piper
last
now.
My wife is dead.
My
Let's
wife
get
and
moving.
child
Our
are
next mission
potentially
is clear. Find
gone
someone who
forever.
can help us get into
wife definitely,
the
child
Institute.
maybe.
Bum, bum, bam. Nate heads for the exit of Fort Hagen. He's taking the elevator back to the surface.
Which is a loading screen.
Took 2 minutes and
We
47
walk out
seconds.
to a balcony that overlooks the Commonwealth. Wow, look at it all. The Commonwealth.
It's a
Ah,
beautiful day.
My son is out there, somewhere. But then Nate looks up and to the right, and oh my God, what the hell is that?
No
is that an airship?
way. Oh, you best believe it is.
Oh
It's
no,
the Prig
and there's a
Win.
power line right there.
They don't know. Someone's gonna tell.
A giant flying airship comes into view, and it's speaking over a megaphone.
Citizens of the Commonwealth.
That's me.
Be not afraid.
Be not
the airship declares
afraid.
itself as peaceful, so long as you don't interfere in our business, and that they are a faction known as
the Brotherhood of Steel.
Heck yeah. The Brotherhood of Racists.
which was only patched into the game after the television show came out. Now, the awe-inspiring
shit.
mood is
This is only
somewhat
9 months
spoiled
old.
by Valentine when he begins monologuing poetry like an asshole.
Deep into that darkness, peering,
Yeah, because the Brotherhood of
Long I
Steel
stood
can't
there,
fucking stand sins.
wondering, fearing.
He's terrified
He's
because they're
quoting the Raven.
Wow, that's
essentially
Kafkaesque. What an
they
asshole.
they are essentially
I
the demons
actually
from
hate
the
Valentine
Rapture.
for that. Yeah. This isn't
coming to
scary or anything.
murder
It doesn't make
all
any
of the
sense.
synths.
Valentine just turns and looks at Nate and goes, Nate. I'm not even doing a Valentine voice anymore. He goes, Nate.
Nate, I'm
whether
kinda
'tis
scared.
nobler in the mind to endure the sling's arrow.
Nate, a lonely, wandering spider high up on promontory it stood.
Down came the rain. And watch the spider.
Oh my god.
When will we find my son? Well, it may not be today, may not be tomorrow. But something the rest of your life.
Takes a drag of his cigarette.
Rosebud.
It's just fucking references.
What could this all mean? What is this brave new world that we have found ourselves in? The fallout from this is gonna be phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Wow. We just met
Wowee.
Kellogg.
That's crazy.
You know, I didn't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that. So, we kill Kellogg. And one thing that I did find surprising is that not just that we went rummaging through his pockets,
His
but we
brain.
decided to go rummaging through the inside of his exploded skull.
Sort of blasting past, I think, the biggest revelation.
Yeah.
Is that little Sean, Kellogg said he's a bit older.
What?
A little older than you may have expected.
So it's kind of crazy that Kellogg would kill Nora, take Sean, freeze us, and then we'd just be let out 10 years later? It's like...
Yeah, what the heck?
I don't know.
It's very cryptic. We thought that's all the revelation we're going to get here. But once we got outside, what the heck is that? We said as we're pointing directly at a big Hindenburg.
Now, I don't know much about the Brotherhood of Steel, right? The fact that their arrival has warranted Valentine to start quoting literature
deep into that darkness, peering,
makes me think that maybe these guys are pretty serious business.
I mean, they're a mystery to us for now, but I've seen the television show.
Yeah, they're
and
kind
I
of
don't
racist.
like them. I find them to be kind of boring.
They're interesting in Fallout 1, but then it's like they come here and it's like, what are they doing? What do they add? You could just have other dudes in power armor, you know?
Well, that's one hell of a setup for the next episode, Mr. B. I can't believe we're going to get 3 views for it because nobody likes it when you split up the video. Well,
That's
Mr.
true.
B,
Nobody
I
likes
think
it
we
when they
can
split up a
all
video.
agree. When you got to be in the wasteland and you got to drink from a puddle, there's only one way to mask the bad flavor.
How?
I'm so glad you asked. So don't forget to get the cup. How are you supposed to know what your own mood is?
Why is he a wizard on the cup?
I don't know. I had the idea for the mood ball, and then everything else we just kind of reverse engineered it. I don't know. Canonically, he's not supposed to be a wizard.
He lost his life.
Working
He
backwards
revealed
from an
too many
idea.
of the magician's secrets. So go to gamersups.gg/history. Brought to you by GamerSups with the best damn cup in town. You gotta drink sometime.
Hold on. So, this is another long video. We're about halfway through the game at this point. I'm not going to play as Nate when I play Fallout 4. We're definitely going to play tonight. I'm just going to drink an energy drink and go for it. Fuck it.
And when you do, might I recommend a cup? Yep, that's me, Nate Fallout. And I just had the worst day. First, the nuclear bombs went off. Then they put me in an underground bunker. They shot my wife. And stole my son. And unfroze me 200 years later. I'd say couldn't get any worse, but then I went outside and it was a wasteland. Everything I knew was gone. So I set out to avenge my wife, killing a guy called Kellogg. And along the way, I made a couple of new friends. Piper
It's the scary reporter.
and Detective Valentine.
I have to go get my back blown out.
Nice.
And we've got a whole new mission. To find our way into the Institute and rescue my stupid son. Sure.
Gamers.
So Nate runs
hate
back to Diamond
babies.
City and meets Detective Valentine and Piper at the old newspaper hole. We catch our chums mid-conversation.
Well. So,
Piper squeakily turns in her leather jacket and says,
finally letting me in on this little case of yours. What's the story?
We need help, Piper. This man named Kellogg kidnapped my son. But that wasn't all. He was working with the Institute.
Well, hold on. From your guys'
Institute.
video's perspective, she
Oh, boy.
knew about all that.
I've been investigating these creeps for over a year now. The Commonwealth's boogeyman. Feared and hated by everyone.
True enough.
Hey, thanks for the input, Valentine.
True enough.
Sometimes they snatch people in the middle of the night.
and sometimes they break into your house at nighttime and they pee in your bed, but it wasn't my fault. And then you get in trouble with your mom.
True enough.
True
But
enough. Same
To
here.
this day,
How about that?
there's one thing nobody really knows.
Where the Institute actually is. Or how to get in.
Oh, Mr. Big. Big mystery. If no one can get in, why do they call it the Institute?
Why do they call the oven when you
They should just call it Mr. Two.
Why do they call
Piper
it
ignores
oven
Mr. Z,
when you
who
of
is
in the
very
cold
pleased
food
with
and
himself.
of out the hot
There's
food?
one person who has to know, right?
Kellogg.
It's a shame you exploded his head like a can of spaghetti sauce in a fireworks factory. Because he's pretty much the only guy in the wasteland who would know how to get in there. Oh, wait, no.
Oh man, I wish I didn't put a bullet through his brain and asked
Give me
him
a
a
chance.
couple more
I'm gonna
questions.
do it funny.
We can talk to him. Feel like holding a seance?
Yeah, if only.
Nate's son Sean is but a distant memory in the rearview mirror.
Cat, you're destroying my gamer chair.
You know,
Wait, says Valentine. I just had a robo idea.
A
we
robotic
may not need the
idea,
man at
Sonic.
Valentine turns to Nate and says,
there's a place in Good Neighbor called the Memory Den.
Memory Den? Inquires Nate.
Dinnery men?
Relive the past moments in your mind as clear as the day they happened.
Dimmery
If
men?
we go back to Fort Hagen, scoop up some of Kellogg's brain,
Stop being
and
a
take it to
minish.
Dr. Amari
You're
at
being
the
a
memory
minish.
Den. Maybe she'll let us take a look at his memories.
Jesus, Nick. Gross. Seriously?
I know it's grisly, but what choice do we
I
have?
know it's icky and
But
gross
luckily,
and
Nate
disgusting.
already has
but we've got to
something.
do it.
Actually, I think I already have something.
Look, I've got a piece of Kellogg's brain. I collected it in the previous video, just in case.
Kellogg had this
Oh.
thing attached to his head.
What's Nate talking about? I didn't watch part
Get away
one.
from
So
me.
in the last episode, Mr.
Come
Z,
here,
you'll remember,
brother.
after we killed
You're being
Kellogg, we
defiant.
pulled this little cybernetic implant thing out of his skull, and it's still got little chunks of his brain on it. Ooh.
If anyone
Yummy
could get a dead brain to
snacks.
sing, it'll be Dr. Amari.
All right, so let's head off to Good Neighbor, says Valentine. It's a seedy, crime-ridden, dangerous town. You're gonna need someone pretty hard-boiled to escort you around those parts.
That's a good
tough
idea,
egg,
Valentine,
in
says Nate.
fact.
I'll head out with Piper.
Oh.
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 We'll meet you there, Nick.
Oh.
Oh.
And off we go
Thank
to Good
yous.
Neighbor.
So we arrive at the outskirts of Good Neighbor.
Oh,
It's a
fuck. That means I'm gonna have
town,
to take Piper
covered
with
in
me.
neon signs and old boards of wood.
Very post-apocalypse. We head through the front door, and here's trouble.
It doesn't look like people are happy to see us.
Hey, hold up there.
What's going on? There's a tough
Ew.
guy in a leather jacket looking straight at us. He's bald and has a scar on his left cheek.
The description matches. Bald head, scar.
First time in
Bald
Good
head
Neighbor?
scar. It's
You can't
him.
go walking around without insurance.
Give us one of them sarcastic options, Mr. B.
Unless it's keep dumb assholes away from me insurance. I'm not interested.
It's your
What do you
lucky
think of that, Mr.
day.
B?
It
I'm
is.
pretty sure a
Keep
bank
dumb
wouldn't
asshole
offer
away
that.
from me insurance.
You hand over everything you got in them pockets, or accidents start happening to you. Big, bloody accidents.
Wait a minute. This bald roughneck is threatening us.
There's no point in saying an accident is going to happen to you when you're just making a threat. Like, why you just say, I will hurt you.
I'm going
Give
to
me
murder
money."
you.
Come on, Piper. Let's get out of here before anyone else finds out we're not insured.
So we hit the streets of Good Neighbor,
Aw,
and in the
they
middle of
didn't even
town
talk
is
about
an
the
old
mayor of
cabaret
Good
theater.
Neighbor?
This is the Memory Den.
What the
We're
fuck?
here. We head in.
It's nice old brick inside, and there's like a cabaret kind of
How
thing.
dare you do two
There's dim
videos
lights,
and cut out
red
characters?
curtains,
You had
bunch
2
of shit on the
hours
floor.
to fit them
But the
in.
big attraction are these pods that look like armchairs with TV screens inside. And at the end of the hall is a blonde temptress of a lady, splayed out
who's
on a
that
crimson
blonde-haired
lounge.
dazzler?
Oh, yowza, Mr. B. And might I add, a wooga.
A
Who's
wooga
that?
and fat.
This is the owner of the Memory Den,
Irma.
It's not a very sexy name.
What's the point of
That's
wearing
what
an
you
outfit that
say.
nice on a recliner that nice when everything is just like unswept? You know what I mean? Just like mop once. Anyway, Nate struts up
Yeah,
and
it
says,
does bother me.
"Is
The
this the
background
Memory
is
Den?"
just filthy.
Do you even know what we do here?
No.
We let you relive the past.
Okay. Well, sort of. It's basically just VR, but with your memories. Suddenly, Valentine walks in, uninvited, and he starts chatting up the lady.
Well, Mr. Valentine, I thought you had forgotten about little old me.
May have walked out of the den, Irma, but I'd never walk out on you.
Anyway, Toots, we gotta see Dr. Amari.
Amari's downstairs, you big flirt.
Nate visibly cringes.
Ew, she's
We follow
flirting with a
Detective Valentine
robot.
to the basement of the building.
And there we reach a room with 2 more pods and a doctor lady. This is Dr. Amari.
Dr. Amari?
Yes?
Amari turns around and says,
I take it this isn't a social call.
We are taken aback by the way that she speaks. It's almost as if she's tracing her finger along the page as she reads the script for the first time.
You're the one who can extract memories from a brain, right?
Technically, that's correct. However,
Normally, we only allow our clients to experience their own memories. Now, what's this all about?
We need your help, Doctor.
She
It's
sounds
time
clinical,
for you to reverse death
robotic.
itself.
What?
I wouldn't have put it quite that way, but it's true. We need a dead man's
not an
memories.
actor, but
Guy named Kellogg.
I ripped out part of his brain, says Nate. Do you reckon you could squeeze something out of it?
Are you two mad?
I know it's asking for a miracle,
Yeah, I'm pretty
Amari,
angry that you're
but
not
you've
helping
pulled off the impossible before.
Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse, you do realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
sarcasm, please.
I mean, technically, the corpse was defiled already.
Good point. I guess that
Funny
makes
joke.
it okay.
Funny
Says Dr. Amari.
joke.
Do you have it with you?
Right, this is serious. Pick the sarcastic option.
Could you say that like Dr. Frankenstein? Ego, fetch me the brain.
No, I will not. Now, do you have it?
I'm not gonna lie, Amari's a bit of a stick in the mud.
Also, I'm tired of looking at that seam down her perfectly symmetrical face.
My name's
Here's
Jeff.
what I could find.
Nate then hands Dr. Amari a random
this?
chunk of brain with some techie gizmos and shit sticking out of it.
This is... Wait, that's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it?
The
A neural
hippocampus.
interface?
This is a very complicated technical mumbo jumbo,
Where the hippos
Mr.
go
B.
to
I hope it has a
college.
payoff.
It does, because Nick recognizes this tech.
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
Kind of like the circuits I have in my synth
Hey,
brain.
Lois, I
From
can
what
put
I've
it in my
seen, All
brain.
Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Skip to the good part, Doc.
We plug the brain implant into Mr. Valentine. If we are lucky, it should hook right in.
Whoa. So we're gonna put a piece of Kellogg's brain in Nick Valentine's brain?
Yes.
But even if this works, Mr. Valentine would be taking on a tremendous amount of risk.
That's okay by me.
I don't
just met the
care.
guy.
Don't worry about me, Amari. Let's do it.
I won't. Oh.
Piper in the door. She's like, would it hook into my brain, Doctor?
Just doesn't get it.
Piper, get out of here. I mean, I like that they're like really treating it like you and Nick are best buds in the whole world. It's like, I don't care.
I
choose
don't
a
care.
sarcastic option.
We should try plugging you into a toaster next. Fresh
Piper
toast.
is haunting you.
You
Eyes
should
of
know that even
cringe.
when I'm about to have a foreign object shoved into my noggin, you find new
I'll shove a
horrible
foreign
ways
object
to
in your
laugh at
noggin,
my
Nick.
expense.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine, just sit down.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Sorry, Nicky, but I never pull out.
So
Valentine sits down in a
Speaking
wheelchair.
of foreign
and Amari
objects.
starts fiddling with the back of his synth brain.
I need you to keep talking to me,
Amari
Mr.
does a bunch
Valentine.
of science mumbo
Any slight
jumbo.
change in
But
your cognitive
it looks
functions
like
could
the
be
brain
bad.
piece is not
Are you
compatible.
feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of.
It's not gonna
The
work.
mnemonic impressions are encoded.
Oh, the
Bang.
mnemonic impressions are encoded, Mr. Z. Fuck!
Shit,
On
man.
last face
Fuck.
it. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
Game over, man. Game
Seriously?
over.
Just let me think. The encryption is probably meant to keep a single mind from accessing the data. So, what if we use two?
2 minds, Amari? Are you insane?
We
Do
load
you have
both
two
you and
minds?
Mr. Valentine into
I
memory
don't.
loungers.
Then his brain will start playing Kellogg's memories, and you can watch them. It'll be like going to the movies. But
It'll
you
be
can
like
play
a very
them.
bullshit
Now, Nate asks
minigame
a
that you're
fairly
gonna
innocent
fucking
question.
Nick and I are
dread
going to share a
watching, and I'm
mind.
gonna dread playing.
I'm not going to see him in any compromising positions, am I?
And Detective Valentine has had enough.
smart mouth was all it took to solve problems, we would have found your son by now.
Zing!
Holy shit.
Pow!
Yeah, well, Nate, if you weren't such a prick,
Maybe your son wouldn't be dead by now.
Okay, let's do it.
No, Nate, you were such a fucking
Just
asshole.
sit down over there and keep your
Maybe your
fingers
kid
crossed.
wouldn't be dead.
So Detective Valentine stealths into the pod. And Nate does too.
It closes, and a screen comes down in front of him. Time for some memories.
Initiating brainwave migration.
Dr.
between
Amari
the
continues
transplant and the
blathering technical mumble-jumble that don't mean nothing.
It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on.
So we head into Nick Valentine's brain. So we head into Kellogg's memories, and everybody knows that this is the most tedious part of the game. And so we wanted to show you it in a less tedious way. Into the memory den, the childhood of Kellogg. Here he is, growing up as a young boy. He's full of vim and moxie, but his mother hands him an Irish lollipop. Here, have a suck on this one. Looks like a typical healthy American childhood.
Go
But
out and kill for
there's trouble
mommy.
on the simmer. Then
Oh, they make
he
this
grows
way
up.
more
And
entertaining
he
than
has
I
a lovely
ever
wife.
possibly could.
She's a real pipe steamer, but
she won't steam his pipe.
look, they have a young child, brought about through intercourse. It's the American way. But if Kellogg's to take care of it, he'll have to find money somehow. Off he goes to find gainful employ. But uh-oh, he's knotted himself in with a bunch of bad-time Johnnies. They're powerful mad, and they kill his whole
Criminals.
family. Now he's going solo, a bachelor once again.
Now family dead.
So he starts sourcing down his sorrows at the
Sad.
old saloon. But then, a new job offer.
Wait,
He
why
goes
do I
and he
feel bad
meets
for the
some
man
robots.
who killed my babby?
The parallels to the Wild West sure are uncanny. They offer him a job. You're the new sheriff in town, the sheriff of the Institute. I'll do it, says Kellogg. Fast forward to the future, Vault 111. An old icebox. And it's got a lady inside, this time with a babe. It's the American way. And then Kellogg steals that baby and keeps it in his house. They call that brutalist decor. Suddenly, a man from the continent phases through the wall. Within his grasp is an itinerary order. One young boy, please. We hand it over, toot sweet. Hopefully it's off to boarding school with young Sean. Bonsoir, says Kellogg. And, oh, what's this? Young Sean and the strange gentleman ride off on a bolt of lightning.
What?
All in a day's work for Kellogg. And now he's off to his next mission. To find some two-timer named Virgil. Virgil was a scientist with the Institute, but he flew the coop and took a stash of their secrets with him. So Kellogg has to track him down and wring his cloth dry.
So to summarize, Kellogg also had a wife and kid, but they were cruelly taken from him.
Who
Is
gives
this
a
all
fuck?
sounding familiar?
No, Mr. B? Did something happen to you?
But the hot gossip, Mr. Z, is that we see how 10-year-old Sean got taken back to the Institute. Choo!
What?
Big blue beam.
What? So, it seems as though there's some form
Of
teleportation. That's how no one can get Institute. But, Mr. B, they mentioned
Institute.
someone named Virgil. Maybe that's a lead?
I reckon we follow it up.
We awakened from the memory pod. How long has it been? 200 years?
Slow movements, okay? I don't know what kind of
thing's
side
got
effects
stems
the
in it.
procedure
What is
might
he doing?
have.
What?
How do you feel?
We pick the sarcastic option.
Next time I have to watch someone's life story, I want popcorn.
Well, if you're cognizant enough to joke, I think we can safely say that you're out of critical condition.
I'm far better than critical condition, Amari. I found the secret I needed.
Super critical.
The Institute uses
Like a
teleportation to get in and
nuclear
out.
bomb.
Wow!
But that only leads to more questions. How does it work? Where do we go next?
But Nate hasn't lost his comic stylings. He's still very funny.
What?
He's
You don't have a spare
always
teleporter lying around? What kind of
sarcastic.
egghead are you?
This is serious. No one...
Oh, Mr. B, it looks like another dead end.
Not quite, Mr. Z, because Nate has an idea. In the memories, the man from the Institute mentioned a guy called Virgil, so Nate suggests...
That scientist Kellogg was supposed to track down. Virgil. We need to find him.
Says Amari.
A rogue Institute scientist could answer all kinds of questions.
Like how to build a teleporter.
The Institute tracked him to the glowing sea, but that seems crazy. A madman would think twice about going there.
Oh, that's
What?
That's mental. That's fucking nuts.
You'd have to be
But why,
crazy,
Dr.
shittier than a
Amari?
crazy
Why is
house
it
rat.
So crazy.
Crazier
What's
than a
the
shit
glowing
house
sea
rat.
like?
The name says it all. Radiation.
Well, it's where the nuclear bombs dropped all those years ago, Nate. God, there's so much
much
radiation.
stinking
in there.
radiation.
It is crazy.
Oh,
There's
So much that nothing there could possibly live.
not one thing. Well, other than the rat scorpions and the blood flies and death claws and the ghouls, but other than those things, Nate, there's nothing.
If we need to find Virgil, then I'm going after him.
If you're going to go, be prepared. You'll need some way to combat the radiation there. Maybe one of those suits of power armor? That would be perfect.
All right, so we're told that we can go to the glowing sea if we go and get some power armor. But where are we going to find that?
Mr. Zed, don't we have some power armor back in Red Rocket?
Oh my god. We could go to there.
Oh
yeah,
my
hold on, Mr. B.
God.
Sarcastic option.
Oh, I'm going in naked. Fingers crossed I get superpowers.
That's crazy. I know you're joking, but as a doctor, I feel obligated to remind you that unprotected.
All right, that's great, Amari. See you later. We head back upstairs and we see, there's Mr. Valentine, and he's sitting on a nice couch, splayed out on it, if you will.
All right, Valentine, we're off to the glowing sea to find some dude called Virgil. But when Valentine replies,
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head.
Nick responds in Kellogg's voice.
Boy, does this complicate things.
He says,
I was right. I should have killed you when you were on ice.
What did you say? Kellogg?
Whoa.
Is that you? Oh no, Mr.
He's
B.
a ghost
Kellogg has taken
in the
over
machine.
Detective Valentine's brain.
What? What are you talking about?
You feeling all right, Nick?
Yeah, I'm fine. Why?
this could be massive, Mr. Z. Just think of what this means. The implications if Kellogg has taken over Valentine's brain. We picked a sarcastic option.
Wait, were you just playing a joke on me?
Guess that's for you to wonder, and for me and Kellogg's memories to know for sure.
That's for the player to wonder, and for the writing team at Bethesda to never bring up again.
That's crazy.
Well, anyway, I'm going to the glowing
crazy.
sea now to find this Virgil guy. Goodbye.
I want
All right,
that on
well,
the
I'm going back to
soundboard.
Diamond City.
So it could
My
just be
people
like,
need me.
Good luck out
That's
there.
crazy.
Come on, Mr. B, we've got to get back to Red Rocket so we can get that power up.
And you'll notice, Mr. Z, I've made a couple of adjustments to it. I covered it in delicious lead paint to make it more radiation resistant.
Good try, Mr. B, but that's actually lead paint. Now let's do it. Let's move on to the next chapter of the story.
Going to the glowing sea. What's going to happen there? I don't know.
3, 2, 1, lift off.
They're going through this game as fast as possible.
Mr. B, I cannot believe we went into Kellogg's memories. What a harrowing journey that was.
I honestly, you look at his ball.
Oh, so this is the intermission bit. I'm gonna take a little bit of a break. Eat some food. Go to the bathroom. Be right back. And we're back. Fuck.
You wouldn't be able to be a weatherman.
And so much, Amari. I'll always remember you.
So we leave Good Neighbor in search of this freedom trail.
Oh my gosh, so much has happened, Mr. B.
I feel like I've lived 10 lifetimes in the wasteland.
We went to the glowing sea, we met Virgil, and he just turned out to be like a real
not
cracked
yet.
out Shrek. And then he said, "What are you doing in me swamp?" And then he said, "You gotta go get a Corsa chip."
Wait. Shit. I went to the wrong one. It's this one.
And to think he'd had so many great stories in there.
He had such a tough life. 3, 2, 1, lift off.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. B, I cannot believe we went into Kellogg's memories. What a harrowing journey that was.
I honestly, you look at his bald head, you wouldn't have think he'd had so many great stories in there.
He had such a tough life.
My favorite part about the whole Kellogg thing, well, they try and do this whole like, yeah, don't you see? You know, you kind of have parallel lives. Don't you feel sorry for him? He lost... No. You shot my wife. I'd do it again.
Yeah, it didn't generate any sympathy.
Murdering you
we
was
wouldn't have done
part
that.
of the deal.
Dr. Amari, I can't help but feel like I'm falling in love.
Yeah, she is a little bit of a sweetheart, I'm not gonna lie.
I feel like she's reading the script for the very first time, and so it's like, that's what makes it special, you know?
Because it's like, she hasn't said these lines to anyone else.
It's
She's seen them
genuine.
twice.
It's genuine.
Have you seen her
I haven't liked the video
character
yet.
art they have for the Fallout Shelter Online game?
No, go on.
I feel like some particular artistic liberties were taken with her character.
That's crazy.
So I suppose, like,
That's
what is the memory den exactly? You go in there and then you just sort of relive memories. I don't know, it feels very underdeveloped.
Yeah.
Like, hey, by the way, we can go into someone's memory. What?
Alive
Anyway, we can do that.
It's like a lot of the problem with Fallout 4 is I think they had a cool idea for something and then we're like...
Well, they've pulled in so many things. So it's like, okay, we crossed brains with Kellogg and Valentine. Therefore, now they share a personality. Oh my God, what a revelation. What are you going to do with it? Nothing. By the way, you can go into people's memories and people become so addicted that they stay in there forever. Oh my God, that's so interesting. What do you do with it? Nothing. What's up with Irma? She's almost selling herself as a mistress of some like sordid bordello type thing.
But if you
it's just
insinuate
like a
having
place
sex
where you
with her,
revisit memories and there's a
she's
scientist
getting
downstairs.
offended.
Why are they pretending it's seedy?
Well, she gets mad if you imply that when you meet her for the first time. If you make a comment about like, you know, sex, she's like, how dare you?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Oh, you have the wrong idea, honey. I don't sell skin. I sell memories.
She like turns off the switch on the neon sign that says like girls, girls, girls. How dare you?
How dare you?
So the way into the Institute now is to go to the glowing sea so that we can find some guy called Virgil, I guess. He must be like Dr. Amari, but like even more sciencey.
Well, I mean, you did see Virgil's Fallout Shelter Online art, right?
No.
Okay, just put like a really hot naked guy on the screen. Thank you.
Nice. Keep showing me pictures of gay
We
black
arrive
dudes
at
kissing.
the glowing sea.
I like
We're
it.
surrounded by the ruins of the old world, Mr. Z. There's all manner of scary radiation monsters around. Deathclaw! But there's whole lakes here filled with game assaults, so it's not all bad. Yummy.
Yummy. That's how my tummy feels.
So we keep pushing on through the desolate green.
And eventually
Feels
happen
like I
upon a
drank
lone rocky
gamer
cave
subs.
deep in the glowing sea.
Ooh, seems spooky.
Oh, we muster our courage and head in.
Inside the cave, there are
I love
all
a good
sorts
cave.
of traps and lights and stuff. Look out, there's one right there. Rounding the corner, we see some pretty serious security.
And as we creep further in, we see something.
Gently creep.
It's a robot, Mr. Z.
Are you Virgil?
Protect
Oh,
and serve.
Oh, it's just a normal robot. Thank God.
Oh dear God, a horrendous green
Shrek has started
mutant.
doing crocodile.
No, Mr. Z. Shrek is a DreamWorks original. That there is a super mutant. They're humans that have been dunked into this goo that turns them into big, scary green guys. Oh.
Hold it. Take it nice and slow. No sudden moves.
Quick, Nate, say something.
Nate splutters out.
Are you Virgil?
You know damn well I am.
God, there's a
We
bird in the room.
definitely didn't, but okay. This is Dr. Brian Virgil, then, I guess.
Our missing Institute scientist.
You're a super mutant.
Yes.
No
Clearly
shit.
you have functioning eyes. Congratulations.
Virgil picks the sarcastic option.
Virgil picked
I wasn't expecting an Institute scientist to be a super mutant, Virgil. What a Pagliarulo twist.
Well, the
Institute what?
sucks and I hated it, so I had to escape.
And I turned myself into a super mutant to do it. It made me very inconspicuous.
I bet, man.
Not
It's good
true.
you're here, actually, because I need your help with something. My son...
Yes. And ever since then, I've been hanging out in the glowing sea, all on my own,
Okay?
with only my science to keep me company.
My son, he got kidnapped. My wife's
Let
dead.
me show you some of my experiments. I would put baking soda with vinegar.
Wow, whoa, that's crazy, man.
That's how I do
If
science.
I run this comb through my hair and then touch the little pieces of paper, they move.
Ah, God.
It's a new kind of electricity. I call it comb energy.
Giant green idiot.
Well, if you don't care about my experiments, why are you even here? What do you want?
Leave me alone. Yeah, what do you want?
I'm gonna be honest with you, Virgil. I need a way into that institute. I gotta get inside there. And seeing as you escaped,
I need whatever information you've got. Anything to help me get into the Institute.
I'm sorry, what? You want to get into the Institute? Are you insane? Are you insane? That is dumb. That is shocking.
I'm not going to fucking do that.
There are powers there beyond your comprehension, and I will never, ever help you get in there.
you see, Virgil, I do have a good reason.
Actually,
I'm trying to find my son.
it doesn't matter if you help
The
me or not.
Institute kidnapped him.
Actually, it does matter. If you don't help me, I'm going to tell the Institute where the fuck you are.
That
How about that?
recontextualizes everything. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I can help. Let me help you, and also it's not so unrealistic. Come on, actually I got a thing for you already. But
Actually, I love you.
Something in return.
What do you want from me?
Before I had to escape, I was working on a serum that would serve as a cure for my condition. I was experimenting on superhuman stuff back at the Institute by creating a mixture of both Benadryl and Red Bull. I had the perfect balance of uppers and downers. It was a cure.
That's literally
A
me,
cure
RN.
for super mutantism. However, I left this important concoction back in the lab. How silly of me.
So I can help you get into the Institute so long as when you get there, you go and fetch my serum.
Please, I want to be human again. What do you say?
You help me and I'll help you.
All right then, says Virgil. Let's talk about how we'll get you into the Institute. First things first. You know how synths get in and out of the Institute?
We do, Mr. B. And Nate says...
Teleporter.
Some sort of teleporter?
It's commonly referred to as the molecular relay. Dematerializes you in one place, rematerializes you in another. I'm sure it sounds crazy, but it's a reality.
I was on board with teleporter, but you're telling me it's a molecular relay?
Now, have you ever seen an Institute Courser?
An instant cursor.
What's that?
Another Institute secret. Coursers are Institute synths, designed for one purpose. They're hunters.
They are pretty much just
power
Blade
level.
runners. They are literally me.
And you're
Literally
going to have to
me,
kill
RN.
one.
So in summary, coursers have a teleportation chip in their head. So you need to kill a courser and steal
Go
that
find a
chip
robot,
if you want to
make
do a
his head go
teleportation.
from
No
beep
worries,
boop
Virg, my
to
man. I'm
beep
on the case.
So we leave Virgil heading to these CIT ruins and track down a courser to a nearby office building. We need that courser chip.
All right, so we get to the top of the building, and there we see there's a man in a black leather duster, and he is holding a bunch of gunners.
I'm not burning
you know,
the
that
duster.
faction of people.
High-end mercenaries.
Hostage. Look out, Mr. B. That's the courser.
And then he kills one of them. The Courser approaches, engaging with us in text-to-speech-like dialogue.
Are you here for the synth?
We're damn nervous. This is a killing machine. But we choose the sarcastic option.
I'm here to pick up an order. 2 large pepperoni and a calzone. Name is Q.
Oh my god.
Name is fuck you.
It just never makes sense. The guy will be like, I have a gun. I'm going to kill you. And Ned will be like, my name is Jeff?
My name Jeff?
What do you want?
I need head.
I need head.
That you cannot have.
All right then, says Nate.
I'm here to kill you.
Let us battle.
That's time.
No head? I
Nate
guess I
severs
kill.
the courser's head from his
So
neck
no head?
with bullets. Just like Dr. Amari taught us, with surgical precision.
That seems crazy.
So we pull the courser
That's
chip out of his
crazy.
dude's neck. Bingo.
Yum, yum.
Oh, Mr. B, we forgot about the hostages. Let's talk to him.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I thought he was just gonna kill him. Oh, okay.
No hesitation.
Nate and Piper step into a nearby elevator to go back down to the ground floor.
More
So now we have the Corsa chip. What are we meant to do with it?
Let's go back to Amari and use the sarcastic option.
So we head back to the memory den to see Dr. Amari.
You're back. The glowing sea. Virgil. What happened?
You won't believe what happened. I found Virgil, and I went to the glowing sea, and I killed a guy and shoved my hand down his neck.
Well, you know, took a radiation bath, hung out with a big green guy, then I pulled this encoded chip out of a courser's neck.
A Corso chip. You fought a Corso. Oh my god.
How does she know what a Corso is?
Oh yeah, she works for the railroad.
Scientist?
Do you know anything about decoding Corsair chips?
Yeah, she knows what a Corsair is because
Unfortunately, I can't help you. I don't know what that chip does. But
Yes,
there
she
are
does.
people who might.
The railroad.
I work with a group called the Railroad.
Did she just say the railroad? Well, what the heck is the railroad, says Nate?
Not the underground one.
They
The
are a
above
secret
ground railroad.
organization.
They help
The
synths
underground
escape
one
the
is-
Institute.
So they know way more about the Institute than I do.
The regular
They'll
railroad.
probably know what to do with the
That's
Corsa
video
chip, Nate.
Next up, the railroad.
Choo-choo.
Oh my god. Anyway,
Oh,
you
my
need a code
fucking
phrase in
God,
order
Nate.
to find them. Follow the Freedom Trail. Good luck.
Oh, yes. Yeah, no, this is my favorite line in the whole game.
In my secret club, the code phrase is just 2 words. Awesome and me.
Oh.
It's good. You get it. It's good. You get it. It's good.
10 out of 10.
There's a reason this game sold
Scale,
25
9 on
million
the 9 on
copies.
the
And it wasn't
cringe.
because of Skyrim, alright? So anyway, to summarize, Amari says,
Doodly doodly doo, I can't help you, but the railroad can. Good luck finding them. Thanks so much, Amari. I'll always remember you.
so we leave Good Neighbor in search of this freedom trail.
Oh my gosh, so much has happened, Mr. B.
I feel like I've lived 10 lifetimes in the wasteland.
We went to the glowing sea, we met Virgil, and he just turned out to be like a real
we're back
cracked out
here.
Shrek. And then he said, "What are you doing in me swamp?"
In me swamp.
And then he said, "You gotta go get a Corsa chip." Oh, then we went and got a Corsa chip. And, oh, so many things. Okay, you get green, your skin texture goes a bit fucked up. But of all the super mutants I've seen, everyone's like 6'6" and really fucking jacked.
little
So
bit taller,
these are kind of
actually.
not terrible trade-offs, right?
Well, I mean,
have you ever
you
been
wouldn't be
taller
able to
than
be a
6
weatherman.
foot? Your back hurts. Your knees hurt.
That's great. Can we,
And that's
can we
just
throw him
normal
on a
6
green
foot.
screen and just like, today will be cloudy with a 30% chance of rain?
Yeah, so the glowing sea, Mr. Z, I have some, let's say, issues with the glowing sea.
Right.
Dr. Amari says to you that you would die in seconds if you go there.
Yes.
But the glowing sea can kill a man in seconds.
You can run the entire way from the entrance of the glowing sea to Virgil's cave naked and survive comfortably.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never tried that. We got that Corsa chip, and now we are going back to Amari. And Amari
I
is
really
going
did do it in my
to
underwear,
say...
Dr.
Why'd you say it like that?
Amari? I won't say that. I'm from New Zealand. So we're going to go back to Amari, and then we are going to say,
fuck.
I love you, Amari. And
I don't like doing things
Yeah, he
without
is from
telling you,
New
Mr. Z. Once we finished playing this part, I did go back in the game.
I might have said he was
and
from
put
Australia in a
Nora's
previous
wedding ring
video.
on
I'm a
Dr.
fake
Murray's
fucking
finger.
fan.
So Nate and Dr. Murray are actually married in canon in the game now. I thought it'd be a nice little surprise.
I ran up to her real fast and I said,
He's never gonna watch
"Say,
my
what if you want to get
videos."
married?" And she goes, "What?" And you go, "It's too bad. And then I shoved the ring on her finger and it cut her up real bad, but she's good.
Anyway, so now
It's a
we're off to
different point
find
of making
the
scenes.
railroad, Mr. Z. Let's find that freedom trail.
It's just
And a
one thing into
completely different
another.
culture.
Sometimes it feels like this game is on roads. Rails.
I'm gonna stop talking.
Oh, yes.
I'm gonna go to
Before
bed.
New Vegas is different.
All right, so we arrive at Boston Commons where the Freedom Trail begins.
And when we rock up, there's a robot tour guide here. It says,
"Welcome, Patriot, to the start of the Freedom Trail."
And Nate's like,
"Tell me about the Freedom Trail."
Listen, Nate, if you follow this red brick trail, it'll lead you to the railroad.
Follow the red brick
Hear that,
road.
Mr. Z? If we follow this trail, it'll lead us right to the railroad. Off we go.
I hope they just cut to
So
it.
we follow the Freedom Trail on a grueling journey.
Oh, they do.
The details
They
of which are best left forgotten.
Walk
But
through.
along the way, we find a secret code that spells out railroad.
Wow,
Secure.
the best
What does it mean?
password
What does it
ever.
mean? Here we are at the end of the path, Mr. B.
We have been led to the Old North Church.
From Boston?
We go inside, and in the basement of the church is a bunch of old, scary hallways.
We go down the hallway until we come across a dial that's got a whole bunch of letters and an arrow.
It spins.
So we spell out railroad,
Ooh,
bing
it
bong.
spins.
That seems crazy.
There's a click, and we're in.
That's
We
crazy.
turn to Piper, who is very impressed.
Look at her
How'd
face.
you
She's
figure that
like,
out?
my God, you did it.
That's the best damn journalism I've ever done, did see. You're the best, Blue. Here, a Pulitzer.
A
Mr.
Pulitzer.
B, the door just slid open.
Oh my God, this is so stupid.
The password's railroad. Railroad.
Nate steps forth into the dark hallway, and
Stop right there.
suddenly there's three people pointing at us with guns, and they mean business. And Nate's like, I'm here to pick up an order. 2 pepperoni and a calzone. Name is Jeff, and the lady in yellow says,
And you just happened to guess the password to the secret door.
the secret password railroad, just to be clear.
Right. Who the hell are you?
Why don't you tell me who you are first?
Answer my question.
Tell me who you are.
Tell me who you are first.
She relents and says,
I'm Desdemona, and I'm the leader of the railroad.
Nate asks, what is the railroad?
You know what a synth is, right?
Nope.
Aren't synths just machines?
They are synthetic humans created by the Institute. So close to real
debatable.
people that the distinction is meaningless. So we seek to free the
meaningless.
synths from their bondage. Give them a chance at a real
Bondage.
life.
Aren't there more important things to do? Isn't the average lifespan in the wasteland like 7? Haha, you're so funny,
Like
Nate.
7.
Anyway,
Why are you here?
Let's say, hypothetically, I've come into possession of a courser chip. Would you be able to help?
You have what? This is not a joking matter.
haha, yeah, it would be a pretty epic joke to show up here and then just say I've got a Corsa chip.
But while Nate and Desdemona argue, a cool guy in shades slinks into the background.
I didn't know we were having a party. What gives with my invitation? Oh, I see you invited the Courser Killer. Nice.
Deacon, you're saying this intruder actually killed a courser? Single-handedly?
Des, we need to let him in. He's got an intact Courser chip, for God's sake.
How does he know that?
Because Deacon has been following us the whole game.
What? Back
What the
up there.
heck?
He was in one of the memory pods in the memory den.
What?
He's even in Diamond City when you meet Piper.
Oh my God, this is so stupid.
Anyway, Desdemona says, we can't just let Nate into the railroad.
That violates our security protocols.
Oh, Mrs. E, now the security protocols.
Oh, yeah. The little riddles and the decoder ring trick really makes it hard to find you.
Yeah, you guys shitty puzzle.
Anyone that wants to meet us is under surveillance as soon as they follow the Freedom Trail. If you were a threat to our organization, all you'd find here is an empty room.
He killed a Courser. There's no way he's working for the Institute.
How do you know that? Were you there?
Yeah.
I'm here to pick up an order. 2 large pepperoni and a calzone. Name is...
Anyway, Desdemona says, fine.
We're letting you into our headquarters. You're the first outsider ever to be given this privilege.
Ever!
We'll discuss the details about your chip inside.
Anyway, we're in. Just like that. Easy.
Don't try anything, stranger.
We having fun yet?
Nate follows the leader of the railroad,
Are we having
Desdemona,
fun
into
yet?
their secret hideout.
And it is a mess, like every other place in the wasteland. Oh my God, just clean up the bricks. There's bricks everywhere, Mr. B. Look, just trash on the floor for no reason. They've gone to all this trouble to hide the base. We're the most sophisticated underground whatever, and then just
Bricks.
shit all over the floor.
Inside the railroad HQ, Desdemona takes us over to this cool-looking tech guy.
Hey, Des. You need something?
Tom, our visitor here has a courser chip.
Whoa! For real?
Listen up, Nate. Decoding a Corsa chip, it's risky business. Luckily, we've got an expert in decoding Corsa chips right here. Nate, meet Tinker Tom.
Hey, Dad. We'd say, well, where'd you get the name Tinker Tom? And he's like, well, my name's Thomas.
Tom will decode the Corsa chip for you, but on one condition.
Thomas.
We get to keep the chip after.
Fine.
Like
it's
the
yours.
fiddle
All
with
right,
technology.
Tom, make it happen.
All right, little Corsa chip. Let's have the circuit analyzer take a crack at you.
Excuse me? So we give Tinker Tom the chip, and he starts hacking.
All right, little Corsa chip.
Come on, baby. Show me that pattern. They've added more decimals to the last cipher. Come on, baby.
Show me that pattern. Where is it? We're in. Chip accessed. Encryption algorithms. All right. They've added more decimals to the last cipher.
This is what we're like when we're editing videos.
Yeah, when I do like a zoom keyframe, I'm like,
Oh man, I can't believe they changed the ciphering decoding sequence of the last keyframe cipher sequence.
Ooh, there we got it. We got the code.
No, they changed the password 3 times in a row.
Let me load that
Now
onto
I
the
don't
holotape
know
for
the
ya.
password no more.
Good work, Tom.
Yeah, but I'm not sure our luck will hold up
Don't you
next
know
time,
that
girl.
when you
Start
change
working
the
on the rest of
fucking
the chip.
password,
And
I
you.
forget what the
I'd love to
goddamn
work with you
password
more.
is.
Let me know if you're in.
so we leave the railroad and never come back.
But, Mr. B, we
Never?
have now the decoded Corsa chip data, which means we can reverse engineer a teleportation device. We leave the railroad and we go back to the glowing sea to see Virgil.
Wasn't sure I'd see you again. You managed to get what you need?
Nah, I just went out for a little stroll. Thought I'd stop back and say hi.
No, actually, I am a dick,
Fine. I shouldn't have doubted you'd come back. You're not the only one who's been busy.
So Virgil says, hey, good job getting that Corsa chip. And while you've been doing that, I've been busy too. Real busy. Making these teleporter plans. You know, schematics and stuff. It's complicated. You wouldn't get it.
I did the best I could. From memory and things I've overheard through the years. Wasn't easy.
And you have an even more difficult task ahead.
Here's the symbol explanation.
The symbol.
You
The shrimple.
need to build a device that will teleport you.
Into the Institute.
Now go on. Take these and get to work. You do whatever it takes. Call on whoever you know to help you.
Because these schematics are really complicated, Nate. Like, really complicated. You're gonna need a team.
This is a lot for one person, even you.
I can probably ask my best friend Preston Gravy to help. He owes
Preston
me big
Gravy.
time.
I got it covered.
Good.
And one
That's
last
what I
thing.
called my
Don't
prom
forget
jacket.
our agreement. I've helped you as best I
Preston
can.
Gravy.
If you make it in there, you find that serum. It's my only hope for ever being.
Yeah, Virgil, yeah, the anti-supermutant serum, it's in your office, I got it, I get it. I won't forget, jeez, get off my back.
Anyway, with Virgil's schematics in hand, we head back to Sanctuary.
And start thinking about how we're gonna make this gosh dang teleporter. Sean's waiting. So we head back to Sanctuary to see Preston.
After all, you know, the Minutemen help anyone at a minute's notice? Well, it's been more than 60 seconds, Preston, and I need a hand.
Hey, Preston, remember how you owe me big
It's
time
been
for saving
more
you and
than
then letting you
60
live in my old
seconds.
house? You see, I've got some schematics, some plans.
I need your help with these schematics. Oh, yeah? What are they for? The Institute uses teleportation to get in and out. This machine can hijack their signal and send me instead.
What?
Teleportation? For real?
How did you find out about this? Says Preston.
Okay, hear me out. I killed this guy. I took part of his brain, right? And then I went over into his memories. And once I got his memories, I was then able to find this guy in the glowing sea. He was a super mutant, but he was friendly. He told me I can reverse the Corsa chip and teleport into a place called the Institute. I know it's a conspiracy, but it's real. They took my son. And Preston's like,
Sean!
I'd like to help, but you know my situation. I've got to deal with the immediate problems first.
Do you recall from a month ago,
right,
when I said that there was a nearby settlement that needed help? So I tell you what,
You've gotta help me
I already saved you guys a while ago. You owe me.
No, there's a different settlement, and they need help.
Oh my God.
So we go and do a bunch of settlement stuff. Setting up bases, we're fighting raiders. We even take over an old fort, which becomes the new Minuteman HQ. And with that, the Minutemen are back, baby. Our son, still missing.
Oh, fuck.
This is just so ridiculous. When are we helping Sean?
Exactly. So, we go over to Preston.
Gameplay might have... I might stream
can we
gameplay
make the
tomorrow
teleporter
morning.
and find my son?
No worries, Nate. Let's take a look at those plans. Yeah, I don't know anything about teleporters, man.
Huh?
So we go over to Sturgis, Mr. Z. Remember that cool greaser guy mechanic from the last video?
Cherry, suit of cherry, T-45 cherry armor.
And Nate goes, look, Sturgis, I've got some plans for a cherry teleporter.
Here you go.
Wow.
I wanted to go
What a
swimming
mess.
in the mornings to try anyway.
I'm gonna be honest, this isn't anything at all.
This'll
Nate.
be like
Did you just
a
find these
3-hour
attached to a fridge?
stream.
What the hell?
That's pretty long.
Teleportation.
I can stream
This is
better
some
in the
pretty
mornings
crazy
anyway.
shit.
You'll be going to
You sure it's for real?
do stuff.
Naturally, big.
The sarcastic option.
Either it is, or we end up building one hell of a paperweight.
He just completely disregards it. Well, Sturgis, can you build it?
Well, whoever wrote this does seem to know what they're talking about.
Incredible. It seems like Sturgis can make the teleporter.
Sturgis can make a teleporter.
You ready to see if this thing actually works?
Absolutely. Full faith in it. Oh my god, I'm excited. We're
believe
finally
in you,
going to go to
Sturgis.
the Institute.
Just get on the platform.
They're going to test it with something first?
We walk
Like an
up
apple?
and stand on the platform. There's sparks flying everywhere. I'm a little bit scared.
Okay, hold real still. I don't want any corruption of the molecular beam.
We would never want that.
No, that's trouble.
Okay,
Isn't that
And-
important? Is that too
got it.
important?
Hold on to your butt.
Oh my god, my cells, they're being ripped about.
Boom.
They're
We're
being
here.
ripped about
Get
a million
used to it.
times
And
over
we're ready for action. Oh my god, Mr. Z, we are here. We made it. The Institute.
We're going
The
into the
Institute.
Institute. Oh, I can feel it. My bones. They're being disassembled. Molecular relay. What do you think happens when they are teleporting? Like, what does it feel like when you are disassembled?
I think it feels like, you know when you're brushing your teeth, but you're wearing like a sweater?
Yeah.
And then you like wash your hands or wash your brush, and like a little bit of water dribbles down your arm and dribbles down your sweater sleeve.
Yeah.
I reckon it feels like that, but
That makes
it's all
me
over.
sick to
no.
fucking think about.
And it's a little bit chilly.
You know when you coat your whole body in coconut oil?
What?
And then you roll around in the sand?
Huh?
Kind of feels like that, I reckon.
But it's a little bit chilly, yeah.
I can't wait to
I
see
think
my
it'd
son
be
again.
overwhelmingly
He's going to be
hot
right
for,
there at
like,
the entrance, I bet. My boy!
literally a
Sean's going to be
nanosecond.
there with his arms open. He's going to go,
Just-
Papa, Papa, it's me.
He'll go, Papa, how was your speech at the Veterans Hall?
Son, war never changes.
Sun War
And then Sean
change.
goes, but sons do? Oh. And then they hug. It like, circle iris wipes into black, and then that's the end of the game.
All right, let's go. All right, Mr. B, we are now Institute. What do we do now?
We walk off the teleporter platform, and the room we
Get
walk
off
into
my
is all
chair,
white
you
and
beast.
sciencey.
Ah, everything's so clean. Except there's still shit on the floor for some reason.
Oh my god,
So
there's
Nate
still
walks
shit
through
on
this
the
uncanny hall,
floor.
down some stairs, into a big glass elevator.
Glass
Suddenly,
elevator.
a voice rings out
Like
over
Willy
an intercom.
Wonka.
Hello? Is this thing on?
It was very spooky.
There's a man speaking, and he introduces himself as Father.
I am known as Father.
But to his friends, he's just Dad.
The Institute is under my guidance.
I know you are here for your son, but I would like to first speak with you, face to face.
Please.
Us to us.
We step in the elevator, and it starts to descend. Then Father keeps talking. He says,
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us.
Between Kellogg killing your wife and us making sense to kill people and replace them, you probably think, and I
We're
know
the
it
bad
sounds crazy,
guys.
but you probably think that we're like the bad guys or something.
I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression.
Eddie says, in a Jurassic Park kind of way.
Welcome to the Institute.
Welcome to
oh my
Jurassic
god.
Jar.
Look at this place. A spotless white atrium with trees and flowing water.
Why, it's an underground paradise, Mr. B.
Father goes on.
This is the reality of the Institute.
We've got clean water, food, and I'm sure you're familiar with our sins. We've even got one guy
Ew.
making gorillas. He's a bit of a character. You're gonna love meeting him later.
For over 100 years,
100
we've
men
dedicated
versus a
ourselves
gorilla.
to humanity's
The men
survival.
would win.
Decades of research, countless experiments and trials.
Sometimes we will put fluoride in the water supply. Sometimes
To make
we
it
will
a
take
little
it out.
yummy.
Sometimes I'll just tinkle in there and see if anyone notices. We have very mysterious ways.
The elevator reaches the bottom, and we walk out into another hall. Father says,
I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone.
I think you'd be good Institute material. We should work together and be best friends.
But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason.
I know why you're here. You're here for your son, Sean. He's pretty great. He's a good kid. You're gonna love him. Just go into the next room. You will be reunited with him at last.
Finally, this is it. We will be reunited once again with our son, Sean.
the doors open to a new room. At the end, we see something. A young boy sitting behind a glass wall, playing.
There he is, my boy. Let me through!
My son!
He's back.
We tap loudly on the glass.
Sean?
Sean, it's me.
I'm Sean.
Sean? Is that really you?
Who are you?
Sean, it's me.
I'm your
Papa.
I am your father.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
The boy seems confused. You're not my dad. I don't know who you are.
You're not my
Leave me
real
alone.
Father, help me! There's someone
Father,
here. Help me!
Suddenly,
Father, help
doors
me.
open.
an old man in a lab coat steps into the room. This must be Father.
You son of a bitch. You let my son get big. But then the old guy says,
S923, recall code Cirrus.
suddenly the young boy gets deactivated. What the heck? What did you
What
do?
the heck?
Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand.
I
What do you
don't
mean a
understand
prototype? Are you
Anything.
saying that
Colonel,
he's a
what the hell is going on?
Please try and keep an open mind.
I can't believe my wife did it with a synth behind my back.
I knew my wife and Codsworth got along a little too well. The old man introduces himself.
I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
No, I
This
am
is it.
father.
The big confrontation. Nate calmly states,
Give me Sean. The real Sean. Right now!
I know. You have traveled very far and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, here I am. It's good to finally meet you after all this time.
Yeah. It's really nice to meet you. Where's my son?
I am your son.
Look, I don't want to beat up an old guy, but I will. Tell me where Sean is.
It's me.
It's
I
like
am
an Arrested Development
I
skit.
don't get it.
You, Father. Me, Sean.
What?
No, but Sean is a baby, and you're an old man.
Oh, come on. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I know this is all
That's
difficult
crazy.
to take in.
It sure is. Although, I don't think I've lost my sense of humor
That's
just yet.
crazy.
Because Nate responds with,
God. All we're missing are the teacups and the white rabbit.
"That's an Alice in Wonderland reference."
Holy
levity.
shit.
Excellent.
Father does not laugh.
Just help me understand what's going on here.
I promised answers, and answers you shall have.
Many moons ago, you were woken from your cryosleep. Kellogg came and took me as a baby, and shot your wife, and then you were refrozen. When you woke up, you tried to find me.
But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy.
Meaning that while you were in cryosleep, 10 years must have passed between Kellogg taking your son and you escaping the vault.
It was not 10. but 60 years.
Get out of here.
That is the reality.
60 years? 60 years, Mr. B?
60
What a revelation.
years.
This changes everything.
I know you must have questions. Please.
If it's true that there's a 60-year gap between when you were stolen as a baby and when I just fought Kellogg now, then how come while you got older, Kellogg looks exactly the same age?
Institute technology prolonged his life.
We pretty much made him a cyborg. Remember, Mr. Z, you know when we killed Kellogg and he had a bunch of cybernetic parts in him? That's what Father's talking about. Also, when I became director, I scrapped the whole project. Who needs youthful immortality? That's dumb. So no, there's no other cyborgs and no one else can become one.
So you gave the mercenary who orphaned you youthful immortality and let yourself become an old man? Yeah, but hold on, next question.
Yeah, wait,
What's the deal with the little synth boy? Why would you make him look like a young version of you and then have Kellogg travel around with him on the surface? It doesn't make any sense.
Make yourself immortal?
It seems like a strange choice.
A pointless and stupid choice.
Something that you do as a plot contrivance.
I won't lie. It is.
Okay, so I just want to summarize this, make sure I'm getting
It
all
is.
this. So everything from Kellogg not aging because he's a cyborg to the 10-year-old synth boy, all of these things were just contrivances designed purely to obfuscate how long I was in cryosleep after you were taken, for no real reason other than to serve this big reveal that it was actually 60 years that passed and not 10. Ta-da!
This is insane. All of it.
His mouth.
Oh,
My son's
Yes, making a fake synth son is a little bit kooky.
But I'll admit I'm curious.
Father Sean then asks an important question. What do you think about this little Sean fella? The synth version?
You want to take
Would you
this little
take
robot
him
boy
home
home?
and feed him? Walk him every day?
Do you think you
Play
could
with him, make him
love
feel
him
like he...
like you would a real boy?
Love him. Like there was
paid a
no
voice actor to say,
tomorrow.
do you think you could love him like a real boy?
You know what would have been cooler than you making a 10-year-old synth of my son?
What's that?
A synth of my wife.
Ooh. Now, the pieces are all coming together in Nate's mind, but he still has questions.
That's an
okay, so
excellent
that
point,
sort of
actually.
explains how we got here. But
A synth of
why
Nora
did
would
any
be
of this
way
happen in the
better.
first place?
She's not
Why
dead.
take a child? Why take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it?
Father is smug. He says,
Why me? At that time, the Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics.
which is to say, lab-grown people.
The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted.
Play your common piece
In
of
this
shit.
wasteland.
So the Institute tried to find pre-war human DNA, and soon they found out about Vault 111, and they found me.
An infant, frozen in time.
Like a TV dinner.
Like a TV dinner.
Protected from the radiation-induced mutations.
My very own phantom.
And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics, used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father.
Hence the name Father.
Now it's Lita.
So essentially, the Institute kidnapped you as a baby so that they could use your unmutated pre-war DNA to make human synths?
Human-like synths.
A great
A
distinction.
great distinction.
As far as I'm concerned, they're not actually people.
Father then goes on to explain.
The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
And now that you found me and everything, it's not like you've got anything else going on.
You want me to stay here? In the Institute?
Yes, that is what I propose. Give the Institute a chance.
Oh, please join, says Father, please.
Give
Will you
war
take
and
that
genocide a
We
chance.
are easily swayed.
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home, as much as it
You
is
are
mine.
welcome here whenever
So
you want.
mi casa, su casa, says Father. And welcome, es bueno, to los institutes.
So Nate gets to have a little bit of a look around the Institute.
Oh, what's there to find, Mr. B?
Well, the whole place is filled with synths and scientists. It's a bad day to be an untested hypothesis, Mr. Z. Come on, Nate. Let's go talk to a scientist
I
now.
want to talk about the monkey
Welcome.
gorilla man.
So good to have you here. I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
Like what?
Gorillas.
That's
What?
it. Gorilla.
What do you make? Why would you make gorillas? What would be the fucking point of that? They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
Surely you make, like,
Gorillas
an animal
aren't
you can
real.
eat?
Yes, something with some utility before you...
But I don't believe that every discovery needs to be useful. Sometimes
Yes.
we innovate for no other reason than to learn what's possible.
No.
Gorilla time!
Make gorilla.
I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is.
Next,
you just
Nate heads
wanted
over
to
to the
make a
synth
gorilla.
department to see how synths are made.
Mr. B, what is all this? And what's all that goo?
So what they're doing is they put together a bunch of organic bones and muscles and then they dunk them in this red goo. And Viola, you've got yourself a balding middle-aged man ready to be sent off to the synth mines.
Where did the underwear come from?
Oh, so these really are just like proper people, but synthetically produced.
They've got like skeletons and everything.
So why can't they remake my wife? I don't know. She's preserved on ice and everything, Mr. B. What do you think would happen if you put your hand in the goo?
You can make a new body
I
for
believe
Curie,
that the
but you
goo
can't
is meant
get
to be a
new
different
wife.
strain of FEV, which is
Like, you
the
can't
stuff
bring
that
your
makes
wife
super
back to
mutants.
life.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So I wonder if it would just turn you into like a bigger person. You jump in, have a swim, and you just all of a sudden now you're 8'4". He goes back to father, and it's like, hey, you know, you weren't swimming around in the synth water, were you? He's like, no.
I wouldn't. You weren't drinking it, were you?
He's still got like a big like red splotch around his mouth.
Like
no.
a fucking eating an otter bomb.
Well, Mr. Z, it's about time we headed back to father for
I didn't
realsies.
eat it.
Having witnessed the joys of science, Nate heads back to father.
Hello, Father.
Hello, Father. Hello, Father. Ha ha. That's our little joke. And then they kiss.
Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute firsthand, what do you think?
If you expect me to be impressed by a lot of fancy sci-fi gizmos, you'd be wrong.
I see.
Stuff
It's
and
not just
junk.
about the gizmos, as you say.
I still don't really understand what it is you actually do here.
Yeah, what is the mission of the Institute?
Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources are focused on a single goal.
Oh, okay, cool. So what's the goal?
The goal is best summarized by our motto: mankind redefined.
Okay, but that's a slogan. What's the goal?
Unfortunately, no advancement comes with...
Mr. B, he just changes the topic.
Put yourself in Nate's shoes, right? We come to the Institute, we've seen all this amazing science. Just like,
No,
you've
I
seen
wanna talk
a
about something
person
else
get
now.
made from scratch. So Nate would just have all of these questions.
Yeah.
So we talked to father. He's like, I'll happily tell you every single piece of information you want to know so that you'll join us. Okay, why are you doing literally anything? Oh, you wouldn't get it.
You wouldn't get it. You're not intelligent
Unfortunately,
enough.
no advancement comes without occasional setbacks. As remarkable as our synths are, they can be dangerous without proper supervision.
What do you mean by proper supervision?
I mean that while they are here in the Institute,
While the synths are here in the Institute,
Yeah.
fulfilling the purpose for which they were designed,
doing the thing that they were meant to do, designed to do,
Which is?
our synths perform.
what is it they're going to perform?
Tasks.
Our synths perform.
Basic menial tasks.
Listen, Dovahkiin, I'll explain it all later.
Dovahkiin,
But for now,
Dovahkiin.
if you're going to join the Institute, I need you to do a mission. You see,
The group that calls themselves the Railroad have acquired several synths from the Institute.
and the Railroad are keeping these synths in a secret base of theirs in a settlement called Bunker Hill. The
Wait a
Railroad?
We know
Tinker
what
Tom
that
wouldn't do
is.
something like that.
And they no doubt mean to free these synths, in their delusion that synths are somehow sentient beings.
Seriously, this is a waste of my time.
Well, I'm in charge, so...
A Corso will be waiting for you near Bunker Hill. You'll meet him.
Watch him give you the side-eye.
You're gonna fucking do it.
So we head off to Bunker Hill to collect
Come on,
these synths
Dad.
and
You're
send
gonna
them back
kill
to the
these people
Institute.
for me.
Mr. B, I wasn't really paying attention.
Okay.
I'm confused. Why are we here? What are we doing? What's the point?
So, there's 4 Institute synths in the basement of Bunker Hill, and they're being guarded by the Railroad.
Oh, no.
But the Brotherhood of Steel are also here fighting the Railroad because they want to destroy the synths.
Oh, no.
So what we're going to do is, while they're fighting, we're just going to sneak in and take the synths for ourselves.
Stealth action and espionage?
So we meet with our course of contact down a spooky alleyway.
What's a
I've
Corsair?
been waiting for you.
Is that sarcastic?
Yeah, the line at the car wash was super long. Took me forever.
Your attempt at humor is wasted. Our targets are inside. 4 synths under railroad protection.
We are authorized to shoot anyone who gets in our way. Let's go.
Going shooting.
It's all kicking off now. Better get blasting, Nate. They're not really people. Don't worry about it.
By the way, the blue lasers are our guys, red lasers are bad guys, purple lasers are Samuel L. Jackson.
Like it purple.
Like it purple. He got
So we
purple.
sneak into the bunker while they're all fighting.
Where's the hill?
And we find the synths. Ah, there they are. They sure do look scared, I tell you. I like the way they're just cowering.
Oh,
standing up
jeez.
there.
Oh, gosh.
So we go up to one of the synths, and Nate says, "All right, synth, time to go home." And the synth is like, "Oh no, police! Police don't make me go back to the Institute."
Why don't you want to go back?
I don't know. I wanted my own life, I guess.
You can hear the gunfire in the background. I don't know.
We talk to more of the synths,
I
and
don't
they're all
know.
the same.
I
They're
really
afraid of
wanted
going back to
live
the
my
Institute,
own
Mr. Z.
life.
Please don't make me go back.
Yeah.
Please don't make
Why
me go
is she
back.
emoting? She robot.
It was at this point that 2 synapses connected inside of Nate's brain. We, as a character, have a sudden, inexplicable change of heart. And he realized, wait a minute.
Nothing about Father's plan makes any sense.
Why is he devoting so many resources to making gorillas?
Gorillas.
I think they're just winging it.
Gorilla.
So, yes, I know that I will betray the Institute. I hate my stupid son.
Relax. You're free to go.
Really?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Why not?
The Corsair isn't happy about that. He says,
I cannot allow you to set these synths free.
According to my calculations, you actually are not allowed to do that.
You will be terminated and your actions will be reported.
So we
Shoot him in
turn
the
on
dick.
X418, our best friend. I gotta do it. Wow.
He's the best.
Shit.
The question is, did I fire 5 shots or 6? Do you feel lucky?
Oh my god.
That's some great combat, Mr. B. Alright, so we kill the Corsair. Anyway, here we go. That was probably the wrong decision. Uh-oh. And we leave Bunker Hill. Uh-oh, we're in big trouble. Mr. B. So Nate gets a call. Ring, ring. It's Sean, and he's angry.
Better meet me at the roof of the CIT tower right now.
Nate teleports there.
And on the roof, Father is there waiting for him.
Dad, I did something bad. Daddy, I threw up. I gotta tell you something.
Dad,
Be
I
a good
threw
promise
up.
not to be mad.
Father turns to us and says,
Bunker Hill did not go well for us. Would you care to explain what happened?
Gulp?
Well,
I made a choice. I let the synths go free.
Why?
I thought it would be funny. I'm sorry.
Why would you do something so stupid?
So a few synths go missing. Why is this so important?
I gave you this opportunity to prove yourself.
And you squandered it. You threw it in the bin.
sarcasm.
Your unconditional love is overwhelming.
We have been strangers until now, you and I.
I don't even know you. You're kind of a deadbeat dad.
Well, you went to all that effort to get your papa back.
Was it worth it?
No! Of course it wasn't. You fucked up everything, Nate.
Bunker Hill was to cement your place as a valuable asset How can I expect you to represent the Institute if this sort of thing continues?
Maybe I don't want to represent the Institute, Sean. Maybe I want to set the
It's
synths
like a
free.
role reversal.
Have you thought about that?
To be quite honest, no, I
Where
haven't
the
considered
dad's
that.
usually like, you
It
need to
would be
take my
such a
place,
poor
but the
decision
son's
on
like,
your
you need to
part.
take my place,
I have
Dad.
not given it much thought.
I don't want to be involved in this, Sean. I want out.
After all this, after everything you've seen, all that you've learned,
All the gorillas.
you're just going to walk away.
Nate dejectedly says,
I can't be a part of this anymore.
I will not join the Institute.
I hope you shared our vision for the future.
Nope.
If you are not with us, then you are against us.
That's the science way.
That's how
Whatever you
science
do
works,
going
Dad.
forward, do not interfere with the Institute's plans.
So Nate leaves his son with some final words.
I dreamed of you as an adult for so
I
long.
dreamed a dream of
Here you
time
are.
gone by.
And I'm so disappointed.
Goodbye, Father.
And then Sean teleports away.
Can you go back to this Institute still?
No.
Oh, it was nice in there. They had air conditioning.
I left all my
Well,
shit.
what are we supposed to do now, Mr. P?
Well, I think we'll go hang out with Preston, because, he'll probably have an idea what to do.
Sounds great, Mr. P. Off we go. Nate's got a shitty son, so we're gonna go to Preston Garvey and talk to him.
You're
he
my
can be
new
my
son.
new son.
Need something?
Hey, Preston, some stuff has gone down. It's been pretty crazy.
Crazy.
I found this place. It's called the Institute. For 200 years, scientists have been expanding on it and building it out with all sorts of technology the world has never seen before. It is the future of the Commonwealth. Now, here's my idea. We kill everyone in there, especially the scientists, and replace it with you, me, a drug-addled old lady.
And Sturgis.
And Sturgis.
This is even worse than Father's plan.
I've made my choice. The Institute is now our enemy.
I always knew that day was coming. The question now is, what are we gonna do about it?
I say we attack. Take the fight to the Institute.
Wow, that's messed up. But I'm in, General. Lead the way.
No half measures. This time, when we attack, we finish the job, once and for all.
It's such an escalation.
Why?
Gotta go
For
in
all
and
the
murder
criticism we
every
have of
single
Preston,
person
we
in
have
there.
to respect his level of ride or die. Nate
Welcome.
says,
What's
but
up
I don't even know
to
how we're
I'll
supposed to
kill
get in,
anyone for
Preston.
you.
I doubt we're going to be able to do that teleport gambit again.
I have some good news for you. Sturgis found a way into the Institute.
When you teleported in, Sturgis hacked their network or something, and he found a secret passage.
We can launch an attack whenever you say the word. In the meantime, I'll let you know if I hear of any settlements that need our help.
No, you won't.
Yeah, thanks, Preston. So
Please
we tracked
don't.
down Sturgis.
And Nate says,
Preston tells me you found a way into the Institute.
That's right.
No,
Turns out they're still using an old water pipe that runs out to the river. Brings in cooling water to their reactor.
so you're telling me that they invented teleportation powers, and then they didn't even seal off the building? There's just a back door.
Yes, but there's a hitch, Nate.
Its entrance is underwater. Also, the whole pipe is labeled high radiation danger.
Mr. Z, I'd like to just take a quick sec here and recognize a very big story mode moment. This is the final sarcastic speech option we have in this playthrough. Go on, Nate. Knock 'em dead.
Breaking through an underwater security grate in high radiation? Sounds like fun.
Not funny. Just like
Now, as
this
soon as
whole
you get in
video.
there, you need to access
I've
the
been
main
so
relay
tired.
control and use this holotape to teleport everybody into the Institute.
You're telling me we're gonna teleport all the Minutemen into the Institute and then just the place up?
That's right.
Sounds like fun.
All right, we're off to that water pipe. Let's go. We make it to a small jetty out the back of the CIT ruins. So Nate dives into the
jetty.
beautiful blue water.
Now, we swim along until we find this big pipe.
Speaking of pipes, we brought Piper with us.
Oh.
She should be just behind us. Piper? Piper?
She didn't make it. Oh no, she's just floating somewhere in the pipe.
She didn't take a breath in before she jumped in.
Well, no, she jumps into the water and then she takes a deep breath.
Oh, really? So Nate goes and slides through all these water pipes.
Nate fights his way through the sewers.
To be free like monkeys.
Beating back the ghouls. Running through tunnels. Shooting down some Siths. Look out, Nate, it's a glowing one. We then hack a terminal.
Reward.
Morpheus, I'm in. Careful, Nate. It's a matrix in there. You're telling me I'm gonna learn to love a robot?
Love can bloom on the battlefield of war change.
Over at the nearby terminal, we activate our holotape.
Hijacking the teleporter signals, which means that we can teleport the Minutemen right on in.
The boys start
are
beaming
back
in.
in town.
Welcome everyone to the Institute. Look,
The
they
boys
sweep.
are back in town.
Preston walks out first, and he says,
Man, that was something else. Guess I'm still in one piece. Need something?
Need something? All right, Preston Garvey has spent his whole life in the wasteland. He has seen nothing but destruction and mayhem. So when he walks in here, he would have never seen something so pristine in his entire life.
this would just be something so beyond your comprehension. You're seeing things that you could not even dream of.
You'd be like, what is this place? This is incredible. And he's like,
so this is the Institute. In any case, here we are.
Solely
No turning back now.
All right, General, here are your orders. The Institute has a big power reactor in the lower levels. We need to fight our way down there
So
and
this
plant this
Institute,
nuclear
huh?
bomb fuse within the
No
reactor's
big
core.
deal.
Once that's done, we
Ooh,
teleport
there's
out of here
better than
and
my
blow this
fucking
place
living
sky
world.
high.
And then hit up 64.
Once it's attached to the reactor, it can be detonated remotely, and we can trigger an explosion that'll destroy everything the Institute has ever built.
Whoa. But it's like, why? You come down
But
here and be like, wow,
why?
this place is incredible. Maybe you should just brutalize the people and keep the place for
Kill
ourselves.
everyone
Mr.
and
Garvey
blow it
goes on
up.
to say,
Just make sure we give the civilians a chance to escape before we blow the place. We're not here to commit mass murder.
all right, that sounds fair, says Nate.
We better hurry.
So Nate and the Minutemen fight their way through endless waves of synths, pushing deeper into the Institute's facilities. They keep blasting through all these synths until they get over to the gorilla enclosure. The glass screen opens. In fact, they charge with malintent.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
They call this guerrilla warfare.
Gorilla. Oh.
Face slides.
All right, no more messing around. We need to find the reactor. We move on, and we clear the main atrium of synths. And then
1%
Nate
of
says,
us.
listen, Preston,
100
before we
of
blow
us
this
are there,
amazing
but one of
place
us
up,
has
there's
a
just
gun.
one last loose end I need to tie up.
Gorilla
Is it a
would
settlement?
Definitely.
No, I need to go see my son.
You have a son? Damn,
5
that's
of
messed
those
up.
men would lose
So
against
we
one
go
man
up to
with
Father's
a gun.
office and we see.
If
Oh,
it's a revolver.
Is he lying in a bed?
He's dying.
What's that?
He's
I didn't
sick.
expect to see you again.
What's happened to you? Are you sick?
But don't pretend to care now.
you don't even care, Dad.
You had your chance to help me, then cast me aside instead.
Nate says nothing.
He made this whole point of, there is no love between us. We are strangers. We don't know each other. And then all of a sudden he's trying to pull the, I'm your son,
dying.
your little baby boy. Written by different people, I guarantee.
Oh, yeah.
Different people working on different parts.
It's not enough that I lay here dying. Now you plan on what? Destroying everything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, none of it matters now, I suppose. You'll ruin humanity's best hope for the future.
Yeah, which is?
Now go.
Robots.
Just leave me.
The Mega Man
Okay.
future.
So, wow, what is that guy's problem? All right, we're in the final
Why
stretch
is my
now.
son
With the Minutemen in
such a
tow,
dick?
Nate pushes through the Advanced Systems Lab into the Institute's reactor. All we need to do is shut down the reactor, plant this charge, and then we can blow it up. But we need to get through these synths first, and there's a lot of them. Don't you think it's kind of a fitting parallel that nuclear war is what got us here in the first place, and now we're blowing up another nuclear bomb to end it? You ever think about that?
That's pretty ironic.
Symmetry,
It's like an
Mr. B.
Ouroboros, and it's shitting into its own mouth.
we've planted the charge. Preston radios Sturgis and says,
Sturgis, you reading me? We're done down here. Zap us back to the relay room. Okay, let's move.
Sturgis teleports us back to the entrance.
Mr. Garvey says,
All right, Sturgis, we're done. Get us the hell out of here.
Yeah, I would, man. But, this kid showed up. Says he's the general's son.
My son? But wait a minute. This is that little baby synth from before?
My baby boy. Now, the young synth Sean says,
Please, Dad, don't leave me here. I want to go with you.
Mr. B, tough love.
You're not going anywhere with me. You're not my son.
I'm sorry, son. You must stay
Ew.
in the blast radius.
What the
You're just an
fuck?
exact clone of my son, but with a gizmo.
But you can't just leave me here. I don't want to die. Please, just think about it for a second.
You're not Sean.
Already did. Goodbye.
You're a robot. Made to think you're real.
Fucking lip sync.
You're just gonna leave me here? I can't believe it. I hate you.
You'll understand when you're older. Now, we're just about to leave. Come on, Sturgis, let's go. I thought that was a PNG that came in. Holy shit, that was like a good jump scare.
Oh, Bible. She's like, you heard the scoop?
Oh my god, Nate, the Institute is real. Are you seeing this?
All right, Sturgis. Fire it up.
Didn't leave anything behind, did you?
Yeah, I am forgetting something. All the resources in the world, practically endless energy, agricultural technology, water purifiers, teleportation technology.
All set to get out of here?
To what? Go out of here to what?
The life we've built out there?
Absolutely. Let's get the hell out of here.
This place gives
The
me
life
willies.
we've built
You
in
got
a
it.
wasteland.
So Nate, Preston, and Piper, who's just showed up again, step onto the teleporter, and Sturgis sends us away.
Flash. Scene end.
We're teleported to the roof of a nearby skyscraper. Preston, who's here as well, he says,
Whenever you want to see humanity's best hope for the future go up in smoke, just hit that button.
Fuck you, Preston Garvey. You're right, this was a bad idea. Cancel it. Shut it down.
We turn around, and in front of us is a big red button, the detonator. Well, here goes nothing.
Mr. B, maybe we shouldn't.
A bright blue explosion erupts from beneath the old CIT ruins. The Institute is no more.
So did anyone pick up Sean on the way up? The idea
I was
of
just messing
doing
around.
a nuclear
Someone should have picked
explosion
him up, right?
downtown, it's such a ridiculous choice. Even if you was be like, okay, well, we got all the civilians out, and let's say that's true, which it isn't. You have coated the whole place in radioactive dust.
I think there's a name for that.
It's
there's a
going to
name
be
for that.
months before you can
wonder-
return, at best.
Yeah.
See
What
this
it was.
spot right here? That's Diamond
Fahl.
City.
Yep.
You could have just left it abandoned. You could have destroyed some of the technology inside. Instead, it's like, because the Institute kills people, they did this. Roll the end card thing.
Oh, yeah.
I can feel it wash over me. The heat, the force, the radiation, the fear. It's the end of the world all over again. This wasn't the world I wanted, but it was the one I found myself in. The
Murdering and pillaging.
my home,
I'm the mayor.
ripped apart and put back together. I hoped I could find my family, cheat time, make us whole again. The way we were. But now I know.
No.
I know I can't go back. I know the world has changed. That the road ahead will be hard. This time, I'm ready. Because I know war.
Never changes.
War never changes.
Whoa.
Do you hear that little upwards inflection? He had a bit of a smirk when he said that.
War never changes.
Yeah. You hear that? Yeah.
War
The curling
never
of the right
changes.
lip.
War never changes.
Well, Mr. B, I think we did it. We picked the single worst ending for the game.
Can you imagine if Tinker Tom was there to press that button?
Little explosive button. The Brotherhood of Steel. Boy, did that not come up again. What a cliffhanger to leave people on. And you know what else didn't come up again? Kellogg.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what else didn't come up again? Skinny Malone. And you know what else didn't come up again?
Our marriage to Dr. Amari.
And you know what else didn't come up again?
Piper's
sister. Yeah.
Yeah. She's gone.
Yep. And Virgil? We forgot to... Oh, God, I forgot to...
We forgot to get Virgil serum.
He's just sitting in his cave. He's like, any minute. You're going to be right back. You're going to have my serum.
Uh-oh. Virgil. Virgil. I
got
sleep.
You got a brother.
It's like exactly the same as the father scene. I'm so sorry. We just thought you liked being so strong and stuff.
Do you want to have some final words for Fallout 4, Mr. Z?
Oh, yeah. Boy, do I. I think we proved that war...
Yeah. What about it?
...is bad. Can't we all just get along?
War bad.
And you know what?
What's that?
One last thing.
Please.
I heard that Mr. Russell survived after all and he was looking for us.
Mr. Russell comes out of the vault and he's like, oh my god, this place is crazy. He walks down to Red Rocket and Dogmeat's there. And Dogmeat's like, I can take you to Nate. And he's like, oh my god. Dogmeat takes him all the way through Boston to the CIT ruins because that's where Nate's scent goes dry. And they're waiting in the courtyard, Dogmeat and Mr. Russell, and they're like, wow, Nate must be around here somewhere. Do you smell that?
Oh no!
Don't forget Gamer Subs. Gamer Subs has got we got the best damn cup in town.
Put two girls next to it. Oh my god, you won't believe what they can put in it.
Gamersubs.gg 10% discount.
All right, I'm gonna black out. I'm so tired. I gotta go to bed.
I will play first thing in the morning for you sweet, beautiful people.
Oh. Oh.
We will play Fallout 4 first thing in the morning. Ugh.